Hey, what's up, guys? Got my Street Fighter shirt on. I'm very excited, as you can tell. The day has finally come for the unboxing. Shall I turn on more light? Yes, I shall. Welcome, guys. Oh, I got my green screen camera on here. Turn on my turn off my green screen cam. Actually, this green screen cam will actually be pretty helpful to show some of the stuff up close and in detail. So maybe I will keep that on. Okay, well, we'll turn it on when we need to turn it on, because I think this light is blowing it out a little bit. In fact, let me just reduce light. That way you can see the up close detail in the miniatures, I think. Is that better? Let's see if it still works. Yes, it's better. Okay, but sometimes it will come up. I'm working on a new setup here, as you guys can tell. Exposure. What if we reduce the exposure? No, that made it worse.
Whoa, why am I exposing myself?
This is the green screen cam. I was going to try to show you close-ups of the cards and things, but I guess it doesn't like all this light in this room. We'll do that later. All right, guys, welcome. Ha! Holy crap. This is my board game. Been working on it for many years. You know, Jasco Games, you know, I met Jason from Jasco Games, CEO of Jasco Games, and we just hit it off. We played board games together. We thought very similarly. He came over to my house to show me his Mega Man board game. AJ's Table Time was a popular show that we did, I think, you know, like 3 years ago. And we were just showing off board games, and he's like, Joe, I got a board game to show you off. I got Mega Man. And I was like, cool, come over. We can play it together. So Jasco Games drove over to my house, him and some of his board game guys, and we played the board game, and we just got talking about board games, and he was mentioning some of the board games that he's working on, and I'm like, what? I must be involved. So I gotta be involved. And then he kind of showed me, he had some ideas for it, but he had another company kind of having some ideas for the game, right? And he showed me a little bit. I'm like, no way, no, that is not good enough. And we're gonna do like this. And no, I'm like, this is an opportunity to do this license justice and make a board game like nobody has ever seen. And Jason got excited, and I got excited. I was like, I don't care about anything except for making this the most magnificent board game, and just with the best miniatures, the best pre-painted miniatures, and the coolest system that simulated the real fighting game, the sort of rock, paper, scissors, mind games, footsies, all this stuff in fighting games, distilled down into a board game version where you can have not just 1-on-1 or 2-on-2, which they barely give us anymore, right? But 6 players. Hell, 6-player free-for-all if you want. Hell, 3-on-1 if you want. So this idea of this little rock, paper, scissors kind of board game, a 1-on-1, expanded and got bigger and bigger and bigger. A new mode here, an additional mode there. And by the time we were done, we had like 8 modes on the game. And each of those games was like its own little game that you have to develop for and balance and do things for. And then considering that you're only using one deck for all 8 modes. So it was quite a big challenge, and I needed help on it. I had crafted several decks. In fact, I have, it might be fun to show you this. I have buckets and buckets of, cards that I printed out myself and cut out myself and tried to do little crappy art on and stuff. So I should probably actually go get that at some point during the stream and show you guys. And so, yeah, I was just developing, I need help, and Alex was really, you know, he was a Magic judge, and when we played board games, he'd almost always win, and he had some great ideas. I was like, let's do this. So me and Alex kind of worked on the rest of the decks, and we have so many different characters. You've got 6 here, another 2 here, that's 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's go on the overhead cam. You got 6 characters here. You got 2, and every single one of these characters has a deck. You got 6 characters plus 2. You got 8 characters. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I'm probably missing 1 or 2. And it was an experience and a big job to develop each character and try to make each deck feel like the character in the video game. Lots and lots of research, lots and lots of Street Fighter art books, Udon art, Capcom art, bios, informations. I watched all of the official you know, movies, animated versions, Street Fighter 2, all this really good stuff. In addition to fan films, there's this really awesome Street Fighter fan film with Ryu and Ken, and just getting completely into the mindset of Street Fighter, and also still making it fun where you could basically play with anybody that doesn't know anything about fighting games. That was the hardest part, you know, because of course somebody who knows how to, you know, play the fighting game is gonna want to play and fight and know what they're doing. But for people who are younger or things like that, you had to take that into consideration, but still make it with enough depth that you would have a lot of challenge in each game. So to see these things here right now, it just this just blows my mind. I can hardly take it in. I said I wasn't going to cry on this stream. I refuse to cry on this stream. This is all about excitement. Excitement. So let me get started here on unboxing these for the very first time and checking out where you know, what's in the boxes. Did everything turn out all right? That's probably not a good idea to see it like rage if they get something wrong. I did open these 2 boxes just to see if all the components were in there. I didn't want to be embarrassed if there wasn't components, but I haven't like actually given it, you know, run through or take the look. So, oh my God, I'm talking a million miles an hour, but this is it, guys. This is the final version, and wow. Okay, I'll tell you what. I do think I want to. I didn't think of this before I started the stream. I kind of maybe want to grab some prototypes from downstairs just to see, you know, how things have turned out and everything. So if you would give me a second to go downstairs. In fact, I can talk to you the whole time. So let me talk to you as I go and grab those. You guys can take a look at all that's available in your pledge. Hopefully you're one of those that have pledged and you will receive all of these wonderful items. We had World Warrior pledges, we had Street Fighter pledges, we had good stuff. So I'm going to go downstairs right now. I'm on a wireless mic, so who knows if it might cut out or not. But I got all of this stuff early, so you are going to be getting these games soon. Oh man, I don't even know if you're still hearing me, but I will keep talking. So you're going to get these games pretty soon here. I think Australia and New Zealand is going to be getting the games first. You're looking at January, I believe, for that. And then for the U.S., February. Now, I'm actually in my garage right now. I would be really surprised if you could still hear me. And I've got, let's see, here it is. Wow. Okay. Let me get some of this. Okay. I found some of this stuff. You know. Okay. just to kind of give you guys an idea of what is going to be in the boxes. You're going to see here. And okay, so hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, I got some prototypes here. I got some unpainted prototypes, and I got some painted prototypes. I remember having to spend like $900 on this prototype. So let me bring this. But the rest of this, okay, cool, got it. Coming upstairs. So, really excited to show you guys for the first time. I'm excited because when I got these in, I was so scared to open them. You know, as a first-time creator, you want everything to be perfect. And part of the reason why it has taken so long to get done is because of my insistence on, you know, getting it right the first time. You see all these, you know, places, you got to get it right the first time. Oh, more prototypes. Let me bring these. I went into the other garage and I got even more prototypes. So if you can give me a second, I can pick these up and bring these. Okay. Ooh, even better. These are all the decks that I used to develop. Let's make this like a little history, you know, make it more exciting than unboxing. Yes, we're gonna get it to the unboxing, but I'm going through all my garage. Okay, I'm coming. This is a little heavy. Okay. So what I did is I had it air shipped from the manufacturer overseas, and it was $750. I'm like, oh my God, are you guys trying to piss me off? But we got it all in early. Okay, so here it is. I know you can't see me. Okay, so here's what I came in with, and I'll show you guys. Okay. So, you know, I started off by seeing what was out there, you know, and I found that HeroClix had little Street Fighter miniatures at the time, and these have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 or 9 painting operations. And I was like, I think we could do better. I think we can have far more painting operations than that. And so we would go back and forth between some of these. This might not be one of the final miniatures. And we would do different iterations of paints. And I wanted to get them bigger. I wanted to get them bolder so that you can really see them. And here I bought myself a 3D printer so that I could print my own miniatures and kind of get an idea of how big it will be. And so these are unpainted. And then, oh, is my green screen cam on? Oh yeah, it is. Look at that. Okay, so here is, you know, like one of those. And then here, got one of these. You know, just kind of shows you the difference in painting operations. I know the lighting is not the best. And then here is one of my unpainted prototypes. Now, you know, in my haste, several times I wanted to get some things like printed. These were, I don't know who painted these. I forgot. But these, you will not believe how much this cost me. I don't remember. But these cost me like a ridiculous amount. It was like $900, $300, something like that. I didn't care. I just wanted them, you know. They're bigger than the production minis, and they were from different sculpts. But, you know, these are all just the different iterations and things that I went over time. Here is some of the, you know, rule book that I was going through to make sure, you know, things looked good. Things worked. Copyright, legal, stuff like that. So, and then some of my prototype boards. You're gonna love this. This is the development deck That's the development thing here. Let's get the... Oh, you know what? That green screen camera is screwing things up. All right, so let's get rid of that. Look at this. This is just iterations and iterations. I would go to Kinko's and FedEx and just cut and you know, use Photoshop and print and just cut and just go. And then sometimes I was like, you know what? I need to stop printing in full color. Let me be a little smarter about it. Well, no, I actually started with these, and then as we got a little closer to it, you know, I would do these, and you would see like there's mechanics on here that used to be in the game a long time ago, but we found better ways to display the information. We found better mechanics, you know, and this is just decks and decks and decks of all this different kind of stuff. I took I even talked to Rob Daviau, you know, and other people within the industry who had already made successful games like, you know, Star Wars Epic Duels was one of my favorites. And, you know, just kind of picked their brains and got their ideas on different things. Serlin is, you know, Kevin Wilson, lots of different people I've talked to over the years. Developing this game. So that was just a box of prototypes and things, and then here's my sort of Street Fighter development box. This was an anniversary edition thing, but this is where I cut out my own you know, things for the game and made my own cutouts, or I bought other games that had 3D terrain. And it was kind of difficult to figure out, you know, like, well, how does 3D terrain work, and how do you make it? And, you know, so the 3D terrain makes me nervous. So we'll see on that. So here's like some palm trees I was trying to experiment with, and things like that. And then some of the counters that were in the game that you can use to signify the different players. But okay, so that was a little history lesson before we go and actually open the game. So now it's time, after all these years, to see how it turned out. So right away, I'm happy to see when I took off the cellophane wrap, I was so freaking happy to see this this screen print, because that was like one of the upgrades on Kickstarters. You know, it costs a little more just to make the box fancy. So that was something that we did. I don't know where to start. I guess let's start with the core set and just go from there. So we'll start with the core set, then we'll do the boss set, and then we'll do the individual Street Fighter packs: Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, 4 and 5, and then we've got a map pack. There's also 2 dice packs that I took with me somewhere. It's probably downstairs. Hopefully, can you hear me? Hold on, my headset fell off. My headset fell out because of the headband. Hopefully y'all were able to hear me that whole time. Okay, so let's do it. So we'll go one at a time. Let's go in order, right? Let's do an order. Okay. This headset keeps falling off. Okay, so let's go close-up cam. Yeah. Overhead. Okay, so we got the green screen camera on that one. We're going to have to turn on and off the green screen camera since, I don't know, I guess that harsh light is kind of affecting it. Okay. I'm going to turn off this light, actually. That's what I'll do. Boom. Look, see a little better. In fact, that might have helped with the green screen. Let's turn on the green screen just to see. Nah, not very much. I got to work on the green screen cam a little more. We'll probably put like a little light on it. But okay, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, so here it is. Let's use the zoom function a little bit. All right. So just an amazing piece of artwork that we had commissioned from the front of the box. Like, it's so important to me to get that right. And, you know, because when you open the box, let me quickly open the box and show you that. Not only is it on the front of the box, but it's also on the rule book. You know, you want to grab people's attention. You want to really, you know, get it done. And let's see, that was Mauricio Herrera. I wanted to say his name correctly. So we commissioned him in order to do the box art, and he is just an amazing artist. And let me show you it. So you got, also, you know, I have David Hanold in chat. I modded him. David, will you say hi in chat just to make sure that you're there? Just in case you guys have any questions about the Jasco side of things, or you want to ask questions in chat, there he is. Z Curator is him. This Z Curator is fucking awesome. David is amazing. He's, you know, helped us be, what do you call it? A production manager, you know, kind of the guy that looks at the calendar and see what's coming up, and let me talk to the manufacturer, let me talk to, you know, production, and then get the design elements together. So he helped quite a bit to get this project on track and out as soon as it could be out. So, all right. Anyways, so if you have any questions, go ahead and ask him in chat. So, an amazing box art. Very, very happy with the box art, the way it turned out. I wanted all 6 characters on the front, and I was a little worried about the composition of putting 6 characters on the front. Like, how do I fit them all? Will they be in cool enough poses? And I think you will agree that they are. You get Zangief, just the size difference. Look at the power. You are puny. You know, I am strong like bear, you know, of Zangief. Strong like bear. And he's going up against Chun-Li, and I just think it's perfect, the proportions. You know, she's got some strong legs. She's ready to kick him in the face. He's ready to hit her with his hand. And then you've got Sagat here going against Ryu, and ooh, you have the story between these two. We gave him the scar. And then you got Ken here, Mr. Cocky Ken, you know, going against Vega, who's also a little cocky on his own, you know. So I thought that the front of the box works perfect. You got Capcom, of course. Love you, Capcom. They're amazing, and thank you so much for letting Jasco Games and us work on this for you. And I think you're going to be really, really proud, and your pants are going to be blown off, because we're sending, as a part of this in production, we had to send a copy of every single miniature, every single thing that we did, basically, to not only Japan, but also to Capcom USA. So they got some headquarters in the USA, and then Japan, of course. So they've been seeing how cool it is, and they've been pretty excited. So again, got a little bit of that screen printing on all sides, so that when you display this in your board game collection, you'll know exactly what that is, and you can come and grab it out of there. And then sweet box art here on the back showing you what it is. Well, you know, we kind of recommend 14 and above, but honestly, you know, I've had 9-year-olds play the game, and they play it just fine. Then it shows you a little bit of, you know, how many minutes it'll take to play this. If you're playing versus, it's 30 minutes. If you're playing multiplayer, then you just basically add 15 minutes per player. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a very quick, short game in these little short rounds, so that you can play multiple rounds, and that you can play, you know, lots of different ways. And the big selling point for me is that this thing goes up to 6 players. So you can finally team up a lot of different people and go against a lot of other people. So let me just read this for you. Street Fighter, the Miniatures Games, is an exciting, high-quality, pre-painted miniatures board game that uses the Universal Tactics system. That's my system. That's the system I made. If y'all don't know, Jasco has a universal, the UFS, and this is the Universal Tactics system. So UFS, UTS, we thought it was clever, and you know this is the UTS, and they on their card games have the UFS. So this system allows 2 to 6 players to simulate fights across Street Fighter's iconic roster by controlling their favorite characters, playing cards from a 40-card character-specific battle decks, and rolling dice to determine attack and defense results. So there is multiple play modes, including versus, free-for-all, and teams. There are stage maps with 3D destructible terrain inspired by the video games. I went in and looked at all the different levels that were in Street Fighter and tried to pick the most popular ones or the ones that look visually appealing, that had plenty of items that were in the background as well, so that you can run into them and get destroyed and get a little damage to the fighters. In my system, that's what one system in the Street Fighter the miniatures game that's not really too much. I mean, there is some destructible terrain, hell, and even Street Fighter, the originals, Street Fighter 2, but it didn't really hurt your character, you know, as much or play as huge of a factor as it can in this game. And that's just to amp up the multiplayer factor and the setting up combos and being rewarded for smart tactical play, positioning, right? You want to reward positioning, and so you want to try to, you know, bait people into getting next to a tree so that you can be like, bah, you know, knock them into that tree, or get them next to that Japanese lantern and boom, throw them through that Japanese lantern. So an innovative combo attack system rewards smart play and hand management. That's another thing that we were doing in order to mitigate luck. It's a player who's just going to toss out cards isn't going to set up the button combos, this unique system that we created where you can do multiple attacks all at once, sort of like you do in the video game. So a person that's not really paying attention to just throwing cards down is not really going to be able to take full advantage of their fighter, just like the video game. And then, of course, hand management. You know, you want to have plenty of cards in your hand, not only to make your attacks, but also to defend. So use powerful super and ultra attacks for impressive finishers. And we took that, of course, from Street Fighter 4. We thought it was an amazing system, and it really made the game dynamic. You could be losing, and then you can turn the game in your favor by one of those amazing attacks, or you can have this amazing finish. It's so close, and then one of you guys gets just enough that you need to fire off your, you know, your biggest attack, and boom, you win. And we thought that was really fun. So, and then of course I'm freaking out seeing that down there. That is so cool. You know, I was like, man, maybe I should make a logo that, you know, is brand new, like Angry Joe Designs or some kind of new board game logo. But I thought, you know what? Anybody that knows the Angry Joe Show isn't going to know that logo. They're going to know this logo. So I just decided, let's just do that, the Angry Army, you know, and so we got a game. And so we got that on there. So what's in the box? Rulebook, Chun-Li, Ken. These are all collector's miniatures because they're so dang sweet. Chun-Li, Ken, Ryu, Sagat, Vega, Zangief, 252 cards. And a lot of this has a very unique artwork. Artwork across Udon, across the Capcom official library, across the comic books, and then of course we commissioned and made our own artwork, and that's what took a lot of time because we wanted to do justice to the license. So a lot of this art is original art. You know, and when you do that, you go through different versions of the art. You send the line arts to Capcom, they get approved, they say, well, no, that's not how the belt is supposed to be, it's supposed to be like this, and then they send it back. So that's kind of what contributed a little bit to, you know, it being delayed. But you got to get it right. You know, you only have one chance, especially in a board game. Like a video game, you can just update it, but a board game, you got to get right the first time. So 6-player dials, 24 tokens, 8 battle dice, 1 double-sided game board. I wanted to make sure that, you know, a lot of board games, they just come with one side and then you just play on the same map over and over. I was like, not for my game. I want, at the very least, you know, 2 boards in there. And then, so we compromised and we did like a double-sided thing. So then you got your martial arts dojo 3D terrain. So basically the 3D terrain for this map, and then the Air Force Base 3D terrain, which you can't see here. That was one thing I was hoping. I was hoping that maybe we could put it in a smaller image. Maybe that's something that, you know, we can do in the future, a second printing or something, is, you know, show, because this isn't it. This, you get all this, and that's actually not even it. You get a whole nother map with a bunch of different terrain and stuff. So this is pretty sweet. All right, so when you open the box, you've got, of course, you're going to have your rule book. Okay, and it's going to show you how to play the game. The rule book is the thing that's most nervous and most nerve-wracking to me, right? Because in a board game, you have to understand how to play it, and you have to convey very kind of details in how to play the game in a language that can't be misinterpreted, or a language that all people will be able to understand, and not just board game players. You know, easy, clean, and clear. Trying to take care of what you would think are thousands and thousands of people who are going to be playing the game, who are going to be, you know, beating on it. And now I kind of feel what it's like to be a video game developer, right? Because you can plan for as many things as possible, but you never know, you know, what people can, you know, what crazy things people can come up with, right? Especially when you got all different types of modes. So here's the multiplayer rules. You got your team mode here. You got your free-for-all mode. You got your power-up mode. You got your tag team mode. You got your classic arcade mode. You got your 3-on-3 mode. Oh, look, there's the image of the other side of the terrain with some of the pieces set up. Pretty sweet. And then some game variants here that we have. Some designer's notes. It's funny to read this designer note now because it's like, it's so cringy. It's like when I first started this multiple years ago. I don't know. You read it and it's like, come on, Joe, have more confidence in your game, you know. I was just worried that people would say, oh, it's not competitive enough, you know, it's too casual or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm trying to explain to you how it's not. You know, so I talk about things like skill versus luck in our system, expertise versus chance. You know, in the future, if you want a more competitive game, because I think people were like, are you going to have tournaments? Are you going to do this and that? I was like, this is kind of a game that you pull out and play with your family, play with your friends, play with other fighting game fans, and we'll see how it goes. You know, if people really do want that, and we can take it that one step further. But that's, at the same time, I'm reading that, I'm like, this is your first game. Stop talking about it. You know, just be so, just hype up the game. I don't know why I put that. Whatever. You know, just you second guess yourself all the time. And then, of course, you got to have a game reference sheet. You know, game reference sheets are invaluable, and I wanted to print it on the back so that, you know, you can easily look. Okay, well, how do I play? Well, turn sequence. Number 1, draw 2 cards. So I try to make it as simple as possible. Check it out. Number 1, draw. Number 2, move. Number 3, fight. That's how you play. And it's so simple. Draw 2 cards. Move, make a free move, and then fight. Take up to 2 actions. It can't get any more simple than that. So I think this is going to be a hit. I think that a lot of people are going to be able to play it. You can play it with your, you know, friends, family, young ones, old ones, no matter. And what 2 actions? Well, you got your move up to your character's movement, or you can draw 2 cards, that's hand management, or you can play a card, you know, like attacking and combos, or you can use your ultra by spending 8 meter and resolving the ultra listed on the character card. And here is some of the way it's, how it happens. Okay, here we go. Enough talking, I'm sorry, I'm just very excited. All right, here we go. The board. It's so crazy to see this. Alright, let me make some room. See if the board came out nice. One of the things that I'm paranoid about is I want the board to lay flat. You know, I would be so devastated if, you know, like the board is warped or something like that. But look, pretty flat. Lays flat. Good, good, good. So, yes, good quality. Like it, like it. Now we're gonna have to see over multiple plays. One of the things was, it's like, well, if you want a double-sided board, then you're gonna have to do what's called what do they call it, wraparound. So you can see the wraparound printing, because in printing you have to actually have a little more art than you actually need to, called cut lines, right? So the art needs to extend over that, because although these machines are very precise, sometimes they're not exactly precise, and so you need a little bit of runoff just in case. And then this board, since it's double-sided, is a wraparound board, so you'll see a little bit of the art. So it's a compromise. I was like, no, I don't want that. And they're like, well, Joe, like, it's impossible. How I am such a stickler. All right, but glad to see everything lays flat completely, and the art is just beautiful. So I got sort of like a rushing stream thing going on here. I got the cherry blossom trees in Japan. I just had to have that cherry blossom look. And you got the dojo, so it's like, hey, you, come on, fight me, you know. And a little bit of gosh, what's that movie, the fan film movie where they're training out in the dojo, and and then Akuma shows up, and you have all that. I kind of wanted that look. You got to have some dojo fights in there, so we have that. Okay, so here we go. So what else is in the box? So this is what takes up a lot of space. I was worried that this box would have to be some kind of weird size because of how much terrain I was putting in the box. And luckily we got it to fit on 6 punch boards, and then everything can still kind of fix in the box. And that's what your production company will do for you, is kind of measure the things out, see what fits on a board. So let's go and look through some of this stuff here. So we've got your punch board. They've got it numbered here, which is helpful. Punch board 2, punch board 2, punch board 3, punch board 3, punch board 4, punch board 1. There's all the tokens that you use to play. Okay, so let's do some punching. Punch boards, I don't know about you, but I cannot stand it when companies, have punch boards and they don't punch well. So I was a stickler about, don't you give me no low quality punch board, because sometimes you'll see the little nooks. There'll be like one nook here, and then when you punch it, it'll rip through the art. And I was like, these need to be expertly die cut. I don't want it. And you can see how easy it is and how perfect it is to just punch these out. Look at that. So easy, so nice. You can thank Daddy Angry Joe for that. It probably took a bunch more delays and weeks, but whatever. Only the best for you guys. All right, and then we got some little tokens here. These are the tag team tokens, and in our mechanic you kind of turn in a tag team token in order to bring in your partner for game mechanics. It makes it more fun. So punch boards, they're very fun. So go ahead and put these little counters on the side there, and then of that counter we're gonna go player 1. And then, because another thing in board games is like, well, how do you sit at the table? It's like, how do you know who goes first, who goes second, especially in free-for-all games? If you want to kind of switch things up, or we want to play in team games. So I made sure to include player tokens. So it's like you don't have to sit, in a specific way. I just like, look, I want to come to the board. I want to sit wherever I want. Okay, well, you're first player, and then next to you is actually third player, and then sitting to your right is fourth player. So you can kind of get that going and not really have to worry about it. So it's like, who's next? Just look at the tokens. Perfect. Right. We have some bonuses. We have some continues, some continued tokens. We have, lots of different things. These are for the different modes in the game. For example, these power-ups. You got some power-ups. And then you've got some modifiers. So the power up will fit on the board. It'll just say power up, and you don't know what the power up is. And so you'll get your character, and you'll bring your character over, and you'll say, oh, I got +1 action, which is really, really powerful because you only get 2 actions, right? So now you'll have 3 actions. And that encourages people, at least in the power-up mode, to move around a little bit more, or to play denial, try to deny people from getting a power-up. So this was a cool mode that we came up with. So we get up all the power-up tokens. I believe there should be 8. So you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and then we got our continued tokens. Okay, you know what that is. All right. And then we got our trees. So I'm wondering if all the trees are on the same, like, if the trees... Oh, and that was another thing, like, that I was fighting on and stuff. Like, all this behind the scenes. I don't know if any of this is interesting to you guys, or if I should just shut up about it and unbox it. But let me show you something. Is it interesting? Okay, let me show you something. Because I'm like so, what do you call it? I demand a certain quality level, right? And the company's not going to give it to me, and I'm going to complain. And I'm like, no, look, this is how it's done. So, you know, before we were working with this particular manufacturer, and I was trying to figure out how do you do terrain. Well, a lot of people are like, well, I don't remember the exact size because this has been years that we were working on this, but there's a certain millimeter, and they're like, well, we can't do any tighter than this. And I'm like, that's bull crap. I need you to go tighter than that. That way the pieces fit real nice. And you can see here that I cut these myself, right? And so when you put this in here, this is way too loose. You don't want that thing to happen, right? So I was just so scared that they were like, well, this is as close as we can make it. And I'm like, well, then I'm not going to work with you because I need it closer and I don't want it wobbling. And they're like, they come up with different solutions. Like, well, a lot of companies, they'll create and these are terrain from different companies. They'll create a little crook. They'll make it crooked. You see how it's kind of crooked? And that's so when you put it in, there's a little bit of bite. There's a little bit of teeth there. So that's one way to get around it. But I was like, well, I know you guys can make it smaller. So we ended up finally getting what we wanted and making it, you know, super small. And you can see it's hard to tell that these are the small ones and the good ones, where things will fit a little bit better. And look at how snug that fits. I was so worried. Putting this together for the first time that I talked it all up and it would be wobbly or something. Oh, I'm about to cry. All right, but perfect. It is very, very stiff, very, you know, secure. So now we've got our first tree, and then you can see here that you've got kind of little tree areas. We kind of marked a little bit where the trees will go, so hopefully it will be clear. At one point, I actually kind of marked it out for people marked it out for my manufacturer and my production. Where is the rule book? I don't know if we put that in there. Handel, did we remember to, like, you know, put that? If not, we could just release that as an update where all the terrain is supposed to go on the board. I mean, I kind of designed the game to where you could kind of put it where you want, right? I mean, it's your game and you can create. It's way more exciting to, you know, create new maps, and you can do that a little bit with mine. Where did my rule book go? Oh no, it fell off. How the hell did that happen? Oh, it slid off. My bad. I think I kind of, it handled it. Okay. Anyways, you can see, okay, cool. You can see in the rule book here, you know, kind of where I had intended to put it. I don't know if that's the only place in the rule book where it's at. Let me check it out. Here's another one, another picture here. Oh, I did it perfect. Look at that. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Stage diagrams right here. So it shows you where your starting area is, where the terrain, and intentionally where we hoped to put it. And of course, I mean, it's your game. You can put the terrain wherever the hell you want, you know. But this is how I balanced the game, you know. So if you want the original, oh, cool. And there's a build your game here in the back. You're gonna need this because I remember building these boxes, you know. It's not tough, but you just need the instructions and you'll get through it pretty easy. Okay. So we got some trees here. Let's pop out the trees. Let's do the trees. And when you pop these out, be a little careful, you know. Don't manhandle it, especially since I demanded them to be cut so finely. You know, it's a little harder for the machines to do, but they did it for me. So try not to manhandle it too much. Okay, sort of like that. We'll pop these out later. This is for the other stage. And then I assume that these two are going to go together. Okay. Put that there. Put that there. Got our little Japanese lanterns, you know, that are out in front of the dojo. We've got some rocks that people can slam into. These rocks might have separate pieces. Let me make sure I got all the terrain for this map. Oh, we got some more over here. Pop these bad boys out. And build your 3D terrain. Now, the only thing that I'm thinking is like, well, damn, you know, is this all going to be able to fit back in the box? Unfortunately, no, that's not going to be something that can happen. I know that that's what people are asking for. When you're in the board game business and you know, you're on Kickstarter and, you know, people there have thought of everything because they've backed, they're like super backers. They've backed every known game on Kickstarter, and so they want every single possible thing to be all in one game. And I tried to include just about everything, but I am unsure if all this stuff will fit back in the box. I don't think it will. So you might have to have a separate box that's going to fix it all, or that will fit it all, not fix it all. That would be the only drawback. Maybe if you guys want, we could in the future create some kind of branded, you know, Street Fighter boxes where it's like, boom, character select or something. Kind of theme it like the character select screen from the video games. That would be pretty sweet. Some good ideas we can come up with together, I'm sure. Okay, got that. Okay, we got our rock pieces. Let's see, where does the diagram say to put it? I'm all saying where when I'm the one that made it, right? All right, so we got here. So you got one right here, one right here, one right here, and then you've got one right here, one right here, And then you have an extra tree. We're giving people extra trees. Hell yeah, that's pretty sweet. You can put this wherever the hell you want, guys. Look at that value. Look at that value Angry Joe's bringing to you. I don't even have you use the 6th tree. But if you want, you can put free trees. Look at this guy. Are you kidding me? You put this tree wherever the hell you want. And that, oh, wait. You wasn't even on screen. Hold on, let me do that again. You can put this tree, free trees. You can put this tree wherever the hell you want. I guess that handled what happened there. I think it's because, hell, if you're gonna use, right? If you're gonna use this, we have these. Surprise! See, we have enough space on these printed things that, hell, if we can fit another tree, why not? You know what I mean? Free tree. Use as much cardboard as possible. Nice. Okay. Here's how to assemble the rocks. That rock looks a little funky to me. A little jagged rock there. But these rocks look good. Okay, so let's build the rocks. Excellent, excellent, excellent fight. Excellent fight. Appreciate that. Oops, is that supposed to go on that one? Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, this one doesn't fit really well. Okay. But wait a minute, I have one piece left over. Have I found a flaw? Don't you say it. Handled. Handled. You son of a bitch. Where are you? I'm going to kill you. Where are you? He's like, where are you? Free tree. He's not here anymore. Guys, should be there. Okay, maybe I'm just freaking out. Okay, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, guys, because I don't see a rock. I'm missing a rock. Joe, I'm missing a rock.
You want to go outside?
I'm missing a rock, Joe.
Go outside and get one.
You want to go outside and get one? Joe says, don't worry. He'll go outside and get one. Don't tell me that on everything else is perfect except for one rock. Please don't tell me this. It's so simple. It's okay. Hold on. This is what happens when you stream live. It has to be. I dropped it. I had to have dropped it somewhere. I dropped it. Come on, guys. We had to have test fitted. You guys had to have test fitted at one point, right? Don't tell me, like every video game, there's a glitch. Are you telling me my board game has a glitch? Count the holes. We're going to count the holes. We're going to count the holes. Where is my camera? Okay, I got 4 rocks. Okay, I got it. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! Right, we did it, right? We did it. It was just me. It was just my error. I was gonna kill somebody for no reason. I just dropped it somewhere. Joe, I was gonna kill somebody for no reason. It was no reason. Joe, I nearly gave David a heart attack. I almost had a heart attack, boy. You know how important this is to me? Shoot. I can't. I was about to fly over there to the company and grab him and be like, Angry Joe? Yes? It's there. Huh? Oh, okay. This nice shirt. You have a nice shirt. Okay, bye. Fastest hot fix ever, baby. Oops. Fastest hot fix ever. Uploaded real time. I was about to stop the boat. Stop the boat. I must have threw it. Oh, here it is. How am I so supposed to see that, huh? How am I supposed to see that? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Who would have seen? Come on. Come on. You wouldn't have seen that. You wouldn't have seen that. You don't know. You don't know. Camo rocks. That's what it was. All right. So, back to the free tree. We got 4 rocks and a free tree for you guys. Because that's what we do here. Jasco Games, Angry Joe Show, bringing you the value. And bringing you 4 rocks. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. All right, so we got 1 rock and space in front, 1 rock space in front. We got 3 spaces down, 1, 2, 3, or 3 spaces in between. 1, 2, 3, rock. And then 1, 2, rock. And then in between the trees over here, rock. All right, fully set up. 16 times the rocks. Hell yeah. Well, I gotta say, Jasco, David, I'm very happy with the punch out quality. Very happy with the board quality. It lays flat. Very, very happy about those. Very happy about the fit. Very concerned about that. That stuff makes me nervous, you know. And super happy that we're giving people a free tree that you can put anywhere. In fact, it probably goes best here. You can create a little game if you want. There. Okay. All right. Now, let's do what we're really here for, is the miniatures. So let me move this aside a little bit. The miniatures. Here is where I'm super nervous. But we went through prototype after prototype after prototype So I'm pretty confident on these. It's what took the most time, you know. These prepaid miniatures. Here we go. So, one thing that I was very worried about is I didn't want them to just stick them in some generic holes, you know. I needed the holes to be pre-fitted. I wanted to make sure that they got the molding correct to cradle it, you know, because you don't want these miniatures broken in shipping or anything like that. And so we made sure that these guys fit real nice, you know, snugly. So be careful when you're removing your miniatures from the different packages because they're going to fit snugly. And also, it's pretty clear what fits where. But one thing that I like to do is I like to take my phone and I like to, for any board game that has a lot of pieces, and you're going to see that for those other ones over there. Let's get the overhead cam, like these over here, since they got a lot more characters in them. You probably just want to take a picture so that you can remind yourself of what miniature goes in what slot so that you're not trying to slam your miniature into something. So I demand high quality holes. I got high quality holes. Actually, let's do the miniatures last. What do you say? Cards first or miniatures first? What do you think? Miniatures? I know they are pretty sweet. Okay, let's do miniatures first. Pop right out there. Got the can. See if I'm gonna have a good camera. Hell yeah. Gonna have the Chun-Li. Oh my god. This Chun-Li is so amazing, dude. Look at that special effect. Multiple colors special effect. So good. Look at the they're shading on the freaking, what do you call it, the puff of the smoke puff, and she's going, oh, come on camera, focus. Hell yeah. Let's see if I can zoom in even more. Got the individual details on her spikes. This is all accurate from Capcom. They even kind of told us to change some of the colors so that it's more accurate. Hell yeah. That is some excellent detail, guys. Ooh, Zangief. Giving me problems. Hey, Zangief. Big man, come here. Okay. Okay, fine. You stay, Zangief. We'll go with Vega. Yeah. So, you know, I went through multiple iterations of Vega because Vega's a tough one. He's a tough one to do. And ultimately, I went with this slashing claw pose, you know, because his claw is so much a part of him, as well as his mask, his persona, you know. And then the special effect went through multiple versions too. At first I thought, well, we'll do fire. But if you actually look at the move on the video game, it's not, he doesn't have any fire powers. It's not Vega, you know? And so we was like, okay, well, let's change the look of it. And then the first color, I said, give me just a whooshing wind. And the first color they did from the manufacturer was like yellow. I was like, ew, no, it looks like, what is he, stepping in pee? And pee is like flying everywhere? No. It's got to be clear. And they're like, well, we don't normally do clear. That's just do clear! And so they did clear. And that was my story. Look at the detail on his muscles. Look at that shading detail that you guys do not have to do. I did it for you. Look at that. I just wanted you guys to open the box and have the most amazing statuesque quality miniatures Like, I want these to be like collectors items, you know, especially these miniatures over here. These stretch goals and the additional packs, those are going to be hard to find, you know? They're going to be hard to find. So I highly recommend that you guys get these now. And they're all to this detail. Oops, sorry. A little bit of camera trouble there. Okay, and then let's see who's next. Sagat. So this was another one where it's like, you see, yes, this is good. And then I even added some more detail. Well, I was like, you know, if you actually look at the move in the game, it does have some smoke there. So a little bit of a poof. So we gave him a little bit of a poof. I was like, you know, take inspiration from Chun-Li, you know. And so then we gave him some. And we had him in mid-move. A lot of this was trying to figure out what pose would be best. You know, what is their pose, you know, kind of thing going. Tiger! You know, what? So I thought he could be doing a knee, tiger knee. He could be doing in mid-move, you know. And this kind of gets him a little bit both, but what I really liked was the muscle detail on it when he's flexing like this and kind of throwing out his tiger attack here. So that's the one that I went with, and I think it looks freaking amazing. And one of the things that I obsessed most over was the eyes, because I didn't want a googly eye situation, you know what I mean? Like, let me see if I've got a googly eye situation here. So, like, for example, here is a HeroClick. I don't know if the camera's going to kind of zoom in here. Nah, damn it. Well, you know what I meant. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to make sure that I would get it right. And I wish you can get close up. Here, maybe if I put them on the table. I'm trying to get you a zoom in from this angle. It looks amazing is what I'm saying. We did a good job here. Come on. Look at that. Fuck yes. Hell yeah. We did it, guys. We freaking did it. Damn, that's some good quality. And look at that. You can even read. You can even read it on his pants. Look at this muscle detail. And the ground. This is inspiration from the actual level, right? Right? Is that not freaking amazing? Look at this. Let me show you Vega now on this close-up cam. Is it focusing? I can't tell. Is it focusing? Look at that. Amazing. Hell yes. I am so happy, guys. You have no idea. Wow. I love that blue. Guys, we went through so many different versions of blue. You know, we wanted to get it all right. See her little hands. Look at that detail. God darn it. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, what else? Who else? Who else do we need? We need Zangief, who refuses to come out of his box. Oh, I don't want to break anybody. Wow, you were really up in there. Oh, okay. If you pull him from the arm here, he's good. Look at that. He pops right out. Okay. So I pull him from the arm, and you got him. You got a little slot. Okay. Zangief. Zangief was one that I was very nervous about the eyes. And I could show you previous iterations of eyes where you will just laugh your asses off. I don't think I have any of those miniatures here because I threw half of them away. But I was like, unacceptable. We are not releasing our game like that. So, if you're ever wondering, well, what took you so long, Joe? Or if somebody's talking crap, it's like, this game took Joe forever. Well, you know what? I would love, you know, if you were to make it, and then you kind of go through all the different, you know, iterations. It takes quite a bit of attention to detail and creating new processes with your company. The company that helped us make this, Leah, is you won't find better pre-painted miniatures on the market, guys. These are the best pre-painted miniatures, and I made sure that the amount of painting operations in this is just unheard of. They're like, you want how many? Are you sure? Do you want to make any money? These are going to be expensive to make. I was like, I don't care. My goal here is to do justice to the license. I'm not sure if that's coming into focus. Is he coming into focus? Good. Good. And our final, oh yeah, the man himself. God, I love his special effect. His special effect is so good. It was so important to get his face right and to get his special effect. Even Capcom, even the individual markings, you know, had to be accurate. And when you get to this level of detail on this miniature, I guarantee you, put up a HeroClix against this guy, it will blow you away. You will laugh your head off. Okay, here, let me it's easier for me to zoom in when it's stationary like this. I even wanted, like, I'm obsessed, guys. I even wanted detail. They're like, you want detail? You want us to paint the wood? Like, no, it's just a wood. I'm like, yes. This is what makes it pop. You gotta make it pop. I want his toes. I want individual toes. Okay? You have to do justice. You have to do justice to this license. This is an amazing, legendary fighting game. And these are straight up the best pre-painted miniatures you will see on the market. I took so much time. We went through so much variations of how much should we shade the gi? How, you know, what do we do about the decals, and how do we get the tone and detail on the muscle and all this stuff to really stand out, to show all the years of training. Because Ryu, all he does is fight. He fights. That's all he does. So, you know, we made sure that you can tell that this is one hell of a Street Fighter. Get it? Cringy, I know. But Hadouken! So cool. I feel like a kid again when I made this game. You know? I just wanted the coolest looking toys. I wanted to be like, you know what? If you never played my game, at least you will feel that you got value out of it, because you got these freaking cool statue miniatures that you could just put on your computer desk and just display, you know? And I see people using those pop figures and stuff all the time. This is where it's at. This is the kind of detail that you need. And so it's sort of like that. If you like collectibles, boom, you got your collectibles. Guys, wow. I am so happy to know that this is the quality you're getting. Like, The quality here is indisputable. We have the best pre-painted miniatures on the market. And that's not even it. You get pre-painted terrain, you get 3D terrain, you get multiple maps, you get the best miniatures on the market, and that's not even the best part. The best part is all of this amazing artwork on these cards, dude. It is immaculate. You are literally holding a piece of art in your hands when you play with this game. And there's a free tree, for Christ's sake. This game should sell itself with free trees. All right, let's take a look at the cards next. Okay, here we go. So we have the cards and we have your player dials. Actually, let's go for the player. Where? Where's the dice? Nice! Gotcha! Gotcha! Yeah, boy! And because I cannot stand it when companies do not give you reference cards, not only do I give you a reference sheet on the back of the rules, I'm going to give you reference cards so that you can stick it in front of your face and you know exactly how to freaking play. You have no excuse. You say, how do you play? Here you go. How do you play? Here you go. Okay? When somebody asks you, how do you play this game? You go, here you go. My man. You know I got your back. You know Angry Joe do you right. I would do you right. I would do right by you. All right. So let's take a look at this. See how these work. So, you know, they were like, well, what if we only include one? Or what if we only include two? No! Do you see 6 fighters here? Then I need 6 of these. But you know this is expensive. No, I need 6. Okay? Because then how else are you supposed to play multiplayer? Everybody needs their own health and ultra meter. Everybody has one. Okay? And so here you go. You go and you've got your health there. You know what? Okay. So, if there's one thing I would change, I'd probably change like the white background. I don't like white. Maybe put a little color in there. Yeah, but then it would be hard to see the number. But we can always make the number like that color, you know? Like say if we were to do a round 2, maybe I'd change the white, right? But white is easiest to read, you know? Get you a little bit of background. So you've got your meter there. So the meter is going to count, you know, it goes up to 8. I guess they put some extra numbers on there. You know, why not? I mean, you can have your own mode. And then, oh, well, don't forget power up mode as well. You know, that kind of stuff. But in normal situations, it should only go up to 8. But hell, it's your game. If you want, you can come up with your own mode and tell me about it if you do. You know, that you sort of overcharge your character maybe, right? This is your game. You do whatever the hell you want with it. So, then you got your health. You know, everybody's health's different. It looks like this one goes up to 27, which is probably the highest that we have. In fact, that's way higher than normal. So we'll have to look to see what is the highest there. So, all right. So these are all 6 of it, and I guess okay quality on these spinners. If I were to upgrade one component, it would maybe be this. To get a little bit better spinners, but these definitely work. They're good spinners. Can we do them better? I don't know. I think that this is actually probably a really good spinner. The only thing I don't want is I don't want it to be like easily, you know, hit. Like if I touch that, oh, well, I was on 10. Now, well, I'm still on 10. Like if you you know, you knock the table over and you're like, oh, well, shit, what is my health now? 10. Okay. Yeah, works well enough. Okay, so we got 6 health meters. Right? Okay, put these off to the side. And then we've got the cards. Nice little cubby hole for the reference cards. Hell yeah. So you got 6 decks right here. Hell yeah. And they slot back in. Very nice and neat. Okay. This is so much fun, guys. I know it might be boring, but it's super fun. Okay. And that's it, right? Now, here's the one thing. Let's open these cards next. But the one thing that it's the only thing is that, you know, people were asking, can we put it back in the box? And I told them up front, no. There's just no way to do it, you know? I mean, maybe if you keep your miniatures out and on display, you might actually be able to fit the terrain in the box like this, right? And then if you just keep your miniatures out on your table for display or something like that, then yes, it will fit back in the box, right? Another thing you can do is you can, I guess you can disassemble them, but who wants to disassemble and reassemble every single time? I'm one of those people that is like, I just want to whip it out and play, okay? I want to make it as easy as possible. So maybe in the future, we can make this the terrain box, and then we can make a whole new box that holds the fighters in some kind of cool collector's edition, select a fighter thing or whatever. You know, collect them all kind of thing, whatever. You guys can give me ideas. So, that's the box, the insert. Right there. Okay. Let's take a look at these decks. Oh my god, this is so cool. This is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful with these. I don't want to damage my cards at all. I don't want to cut my cards. The miniatures belong on display, not in a box, though. Hell yeah, I agree. Boom. Wow. First thing you got to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that smells good. The smell. Other board gamers know what I'm talking about. Board gamers know what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we go. Right? Are we focused? Can you tell me if we're focused, please? Okay. So here we go. We got Ryu. His move value is 3, meaning he can go 3 spaces every time he takes a move. His health is 25, so up that upper limit, right? And his ultra is Metsu Hadoken. It's his ultra. The ultra has a range of between 1 to 8 spaces. You use 5 attack dice when doing it. It has no keywords, but it has a little special here. This attack deals 1 additional damage for each space between Ryu and the defender. to a maximum of 3. So basically, the further he's firing away from you, the more damage it's going to do. So don't let Ryu zone you out. You know, you want to try to stay up close. If he's building his meter and he's backing away, then you have some idea of what your opponent is about to do. Oh crap, he's at 8 meter. He's starting to back away. He's probably trying to grab as many additional damages as he can. And look at this. Look at the lengths that I went to, guys. The bio, dude. So now you're getting some information for him that you may have never known. His height, 175 centimeters. His weight, 84 kilograms. His blood type, guys. Oh, his birthday is July 21st. Did you guys know that? His origin, Japan, of course. His likes. Do you know I'm going to give you the likes for Ryu and his dislikes? Well, he likes the Path of the Warrior, and he dislikes spiders. Did you know that Ryu dislikes spiders? Well, now you do. Okay? And then I created a little blurb here. If I can read this for you guys. Let me see if I can read it. Ryu is a proud yet somewhat aloof master martial artist who seeks nothing but to discover the path of a true warrior. With his trademark white doji, red headband, and bare feet, Ryu travels the world in search of new challengers, new fighting techniques, and any other knowledge that will help him reach his full potential. Many aspiring fighters idolize Ryu's strength and way of life. Boom, baby. You get all the information that you need right here on the card to know, well, who exactly is this? So say you play this game with like one of your cousins or your little brother or somebody new to the Street Fighter universe. Well, boom, they're going to know right away what kind of dude is this guy, right? So that is what's called the character card. You not only do you get your gameplay information, but you also get a little bit of lore. I love lore. Now let's look at the individual cards, and right away you will see this amazing art. Look at this. This is Fierce Hadouken. Hadouken! And look, I even wanted to put little quotes on the cards. You know, so sometimes this will be a quote that they say from the games. Sometimes it will be what they actually, you know, scream at, Hadouken! So this is +1 attack at range 5. Okay. And then you'll have multiple copies. So Ryu in his deck has a total of 4 fierce Hadoukens, right? And then you can combo using these combo linkers. Here's a yellow and a blue on this side, and here's a blue on this side. So if you'll notice that it actually works, that you can combo Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. If you wanted, you could spam Hadouken just like you do in the video games. Hadouken, Hadouken, Hadouken. All you have to do is you match one color, right? Hadouken, Hadouken. It's like, stop freaking spamming. Just like in the video games. Perfect. You know? So, he's a little deadly, you know. He's going to zone you. He likes to zone a little bit. Okay, what do we got here? Well, we've got his normal Hadouken, right? Boom, boom, boom. OJ's here. He's working on the news. He's going to come play if he wants to play a little later. We're on doing unboxing. Quick Hadouken. So different types, you know. And this is how you make each of the characters feel different. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 10 Hadoukens. So 10 of the cards in his 40 card deck are these types of ranged attacks, these types of projectiles, right? And they've got 3 different types of projectiles with different types of abilities and different types of damages, right? Okay. And you've got other known Ryu attacks with, you know, that he has in his repertoire. Here you have a strike. This is a collarbone breaker. Okay, so you got 2 collarbone breakers. You got a solar plexus strike. Here he is punching the hell out of Bison. I can just see Bison. For me, it was a 2. You know, Ryu is not going to let him finish talking. What are you talking about Tuesday for, dude? Right? So what is the quote that I put on here? Well, it says, a clenched fist speaks louder than 100 words. You see what I'm doing? Guys, I'm going to let you discover these for yourself. There's a lot of hidden Easter eggs in these quotes, and I cannot wait for you to find out all the little hidden Easter eggs yourself. I'm not going to show them all to you because I want some of them to be a surprise, but this just gives you an idea of the level of artwork and the level. Look at this leg just straight to the face. Leg blade kick. Right? Shoulder throw. I'm going to take Vega. I'm going to throw this fool. And throws work like they do in the game. You cannot block a throw. Right? If somebody's blocking too much, what you want to do is you want to throw them. Right? So hold on to your throws. Throws are valuable. You need throws. Hurricane kick. And then Seppuku. Tatsumaki Seppuku. You know, I tried to write it here so that you guys actually know what he screams out. You know, because he screams pretty fast. He loves his hurricane kick, so he gave him quite a bit. The hurricane kick, you know, it's powerful. It's a charge move. 2, right? Well, you say, well, 2, that's not that much. Well, it is. Come on, camera, focus. Because you get +1 attack for each space you move. So you want to use a hurricane kick where you're actually moving your opponent. Let's give an example of that. Right. Oops. So let's say you got Chun-Li here, right? And you've got Ryu here. So then you play your hurricane kick right here, right? And then it's a charge 2. So you charge 1, 2, you've pushed her off, and you're going to gain +2 dice. So it's going to be 4 attack dice in that instance. So you roll 4 of these bad boys. So, is this HeroClix? No, it's better. And Shoryuken. Shoryuken. Bunch of Shoryukens for you. And now I was able to play around a little bit. Okay, this is where I get some creativity, right? So every character in the deck are going to have event cards. And here's a real cool design element. This is what you live for when you design board games, is kind of making each character feel like themselves. So here, I thought that it would be perfect if Ryu had something called Perfect Recall. As a free action, you get to return 2 attack cards from your discard pile to your hand, and then you discard 1 card from your hand. So you can use this either as a 2 defense dice, or you can use it as a free action. So it's basically like all of the training that Ryu has done. You know, he can call upon his favorite move. So you can spam Hadouken more if you like to zone people, or if you like to get up in their face with the hurricane kick or the Shoryuken, you can grab some of those from the discard pile. Here, if everybody knows, well, not everybody, but some people know Ryu's story, essentially. And Ryu is kind of holding back a little bit of the Dark Hadou powers within him. And so here, he just unleashes. So this is a free action, and it stays in play. So play when you have 5 or less health. So when Ryu is getting his ass kicked, he's going to get dangerous when he gets lower in health. You count the results on your attack dice as critical results. It's basically kind of giving you even more abilities to do damage. So he gets more dangerous when he engages that. Here is another one called Anticipate Your Opponent. And this is something that Ryu does all the time, right? And so because of that, I wanted to make sure the artwork reflects that. And who's a good opponent for him? Well, Sagat. Here's another one. Master's Teachings. Who taught Ryu? Do any of you in chat know who this is? Shout out to anybody who does. Free action. In this case, you get to draw 3 cards and then discard 2. So you're kind of basically allowing you to cycle through your deck. Wandering. Ooh, a lot of you got it. Sir Falcon, Darude Man, Jack. Good job, guys. Wandering Warrior. Ryu is known as this warrior who just looks for, you know, he's excited. He just wants to fight. He wants to challenge himself, and he's kind of a hobo, a fighting hobo, I guess. I don't think Capcom would like that, me saying that. No, he's the greatest warrior of all time, I meant. But it kind of is, you know. He lives out of his He also carries like a bag, an army bag. Who knows? Probably Guile gave him a little army bag to stuff his clothes in, and you know, he just goes around the world looking for the good fights. And guess what? Look at this, guys. Ken's bandana. Did y'all know this isn't Ryu's bandana? If you thought this was Ryu's bandana, it's not. Now, if you know the lore, and I went heavy into the lore, right? This was a gift to him from basically his best friend, Ken. So, when you play this card, you know, he kind of does that triumphant he ties the back of it and he looks at you with intensity. So you get to draw one card, plus you get an additional action. So you'll be doing 3 actions plus a card. That's powerful. Right? And then, in addition to the Ultras, I even put in the Shinku Hadoken here. Okay? And this has its own specific requirements. You have to have 4 meter. So you don't have to wait until you get all the way up to 8 meter. If you're in a desperate situation and you're about to die and you're like, I need some good damage here, you know, then you can spend your 4 meter right away and then just use a Shinku Hadoken. Not quite as powerful, but still very powerful. And then here is some of the technical cards. This is original art. This is baiting your opponent. It works with our system to kind of waste your opponent's best attacks, things like that. And here's a focus attack to get some free damage. If they're doing certain moves over and over, you can play these types of cards to basically mind games, play a little bit of mind games with them. And that's what the game is all about. And it simulates some of the fighting. And to see this in person is so amazing, guys. Like, this was another upgrade that our Kickstarter backers unlocked. And I think it just makes the cards look so damn cool. There's actually a nice piece of exclusive art in the background that when you shine some light on it, you can see it. And it feels really cool. This feels high quality shit right here, guys. I would highly recommend that you use some card sleeves, right? Because these decks are going to get used over and over, especially in my game. Because you're going to constantly shuffle, you're going to constantly draw, you're going to constantly put the cards back into a discard deck. So if there's one thing that you buy after market for all this stuff, I would say grab some card sleeves. And Jasco has some card sleeves if you want to check them. And then here's your character card that goes along with it. All right. Let's go ahead and unbox the rest of these and go through them quickly. Or slowly, whatever you guys want. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm going to actually cut a card. That would... Don't open your cards like this. I don't know what the best way to open the cards. What I wanted was, you know, that little red strip. But there was lots of different manufacturing processes. There's lots of different things to consider. For example, something I didn't notice is cards do not come sorted like this. You see this? You see the fact that they're all individually packaged? You know, companies will charge you to do that. Like, when they print these, they're all out of order. They're all from all different characters. And then they just said, okay, well, here's your cards. And so then what we would have had to have done is spend hours sorting all these cards into their fighter decks. And I was like, absolutely not. That's ridiculous. I just want every fighter in their own deck. Did you know it doesn't come like that? I had to pay for that. And it's actually, you know, had to pay to kind of sort through that. So just a little behind the scenes stuff. So here we have Chun-Li. And her character card. I'm interested in Chun-Li's character card. Let's check it out. Okay, are we we're focused? So Chun-Li is one of the fastest characters in the game in pure speed. So she has a higher move value than even Ryu. So Ryu's only moving at 3, but she's moving at 4. The trade-off, though, is that Ryu has a little bit more health than she does. All right? Kikosho is hers. And that's going to be only a range of 1 to 2. But look at how many attack dice. 7. She is not messing around. And it's going to knock back the enemy character, the opponent, 2 spaces. And you can spend 8 meter to use this attack as a combo action when you deal damage from a rear spin kick. So she can come from a rear spin kick into a Kikosho. And that is an actual thing that you can do in the game. All right? And of course, we have her character information, her lore, her fluff. So, did you know that Chun-Li is 165 centimeters? And that, did you know her weight is... She'll never tell. I could not get the weight from Capcom. I'm sorry, guys. Chun-Li herself says she will never tell. I'm sorry, guys. We'll never know. We will never know. In the lore, nobody knows. She's a lady. Blood type, though? Her blood type is A. Her birthday. Did you know Chun-Li's birthday is March 1st? Anybody's birthday March 1st? Origin, China. Her likes, grapes, fruits, candy. She loves candy like I do. Her dislikes. Well, she dislikes M. Bison, crime, and people that can't get to the point. This is my kind of girl. This is my kind of girl. Okay, and let's read her little bio here. Chun-Li is a police investigator whose attacks mainly revolve around her elegant leg maneuvers. After seeing her first classical Chinese play at age 5, Chun-Li started learning Chinese martial arts and developed her own unique kick technique. Her own unique kick techniques. And they are beautiful kicks. And I love her powers. I love her Kikoken. 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 Fantastic artwork. She's got a few Kikokens. She can do some zoning herself. You know, she's a little she likes to play footsie. Here's a fierce version. Hell yeah. Here is a palm strike. Everybody knows. You do not want to be hit by that. It's going to be like your Bruce Lee 2-inch punch. It's going to hurt. And here you have a bit of a tongue twister. Kakuya rakuyuk rakukik. Try to say this 3 times fast, chat. Say that 3 times fast. I used to be able to do it. When I first figured out the word, I used to be able to do it. I need some time to say it. But this is her trader. Let this be the last battle. I must destroy evil. Rear spin kick. Any of you know that move from the game? Axe kick. Here she is. And a little bit of alternate art. Police uniform. Give you an idea. You know, Chun-Li's not always in this uniform, you know. And so you get a little bit of that here on the cards. You get a throw. Who's she throwing here? Y'all know who that is? That's right. And I hope in the future, maybe we can get poisoned. There's a little Easter egg, little Easter eggs here and there. Different game franchise, but of course in the same game franchise now. All right. One of my favorite moves, the spinning bird kick. Spinning bird kick. Kind of works like the Tatsumaki a little bit. Head stomps. Chun-Li don't take no bullshit. She will just stomp your head. She does not care. And who is that she's stomping? Vega. This is one that everybody knows. Everybody knows. Hi, 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 hi. Lightning kicks. Lightning legs. Let's see what the quote is for that. You clearly don't have what it takes to stand up to my kicks. Only one that can do that as fast as she can, maybe E Honda with his hands. Wall jump. Chun-Li in my game, she's very maneuverable. It's hard to grab her. It's hard to get near. It's hard to hold her in place. She is just going all over the place. Right when you think you've got her cornered, that's what this is for. If you're a Chun-Li player, you're like, I'm not in a corner. Because what happens if you actually end up in a corner in this game? You take additional damage every time you're knocked up against the corner. Chun-Li's like, whoop, 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 whoop. Spinning bad kick. I'm playing with my toys, all right? You know what? I worked hard on this. I get to play with my toys. And you get to play with your toys too if you backed it and if you bought it. All right, so now we're at the event cards, and this is where I got to play around a little bit, you know? It's so cool. Well, she's an Interpol agent, so I did a little card called Interpol Intelligence, which gives her some idea of what her opponent likes to do, what cards her opponent may play. Watch over me, father. If you don't know, it's a tragedy. Chun-Li lost her father to a certain somebody, so she's paying respects to her father. And this is a classic. Yatta! Right? One of her victory poses. You can find out what that does in the game when you play it. And one of my favorite certain martial artists did a little parody of that. Jackie Chan. Sense of justice. Chun-Li has a very strong sense of justice. She's going to stick up for the innocent. She's going to fight for the defenseless, the helpless, the children. Who's that? There you go. A super. Or super. Senritsu Kayaku. And here's her baiting you. I love the bait picture. This is original art. You bore me. This is what I imagine Chun-Li would look like to most of us. We try to impress her. Unless you're, got some pretty cool skills. I think if you're fighting her and you don't bring your A game, you're gonna get something like that. And here's her focus attack. Very powerful, very deadly. Of course, I have to make sure that I work with the best artists. Hope you guys like the art for these unique attacks here. All right, so that's Chun-Li. Do you want to do the other decks, or we want to go and look at some of the characters? I think we should look at the characters. I think you guys get the ideas on the decks, right? Because we got a bunch more boxes to get going. Let's get going. Let's open some more boxes. Okay. So that was essentially the core box set. Oh, there's one more piece here. One more piece. February, yes. You're gonna get your games here in February. So, like I said, I managed to include these handy dandy reference cards. I'll give you even a little pouch for it, right? So this is going to tell you, well, how do I resolve an attack? Well, these are the steps to resolve an attack. And what did I make sure to include? I made sure to include 6 of them so that you're not constantly fighting over, let me get the reference sheet. No, he's got the reference sheet. No, you have the reference sheet. No, because there's 6 players, everybody has their own, right? And then here you've got your reveal triggers and you've got your damage triggers. These are basically what do the key words mean in the game. So handy dandy little card here to help you play, right? Nice. 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 Because I don't know about you, but when I'm playing a game for the first time, I often forget. I'm like, wait, what? What do I do? Oh, here's some dice. Let's look at the dice. We can't forget about the dice. So you get 8 of these dice, and these are all custom dice, okay? Custom printed dice. You're going to have a fist and a block. The shield is a block, and that's a fist for an attack. That's 1 damage. Here's a meter result. Every time you roll a meter result, you fill your meter, right? And here is a critical, 2 fists, so there's 2 damage. And then here's a single block and a single attack. And I wanted the dice to sort of reflect Street Fighter, and I think they do. I think they do a pretty good job. They got like that paint swirl, a little bit of red, a little bit of paint swirl going on. So you get 8 of these. Let's turn on the dice camera here and give it a test. Okay, I messed around with this a little bit. All right, I'm gonna have to work on the lighting on my dice cam. Fun to roll. Just need to work on the lighting. Okay. What's going on over there? Hold on, my computer's freaking out. Bling, bling, bling. What's going on? Joe, what did you break?
I'm doing my own shit.
What the hell?
Check this out.
Hidden window?
Crouching programs, hidden windows.
Hang on, guys.
Yeah, show 'em.
Here, can you take care of this?
Check this out. This is the app the community made. How do I go back, Joe?
No way. What is this?
And OJ ruined
That's
it.
crazy.
How do I back on your phone? I don't want to touch this. But here, close the program and then reopen
For
it.
what? Street Fighter?
It's for our game. It's specifically made by
Get
a fan.
out of here.
So you have to.
No way. Guys, what the hell? Here, come over here. Show. Here, you show it.
Well, you put it on that. You can do that.
Look at this, guys.
It's an app. They made it for Android. It's super sweet.
Our community made this app for our game.
You press start, it has all the right functions. You can select your fighter, and it has everything preloaded. It has the right health. So click on Zangief. Click on, and it tells you what the health is,
Whoa.
the move, and all this other stuff.
Wow, guys.
And then there's like
That's cool.
it makes noise depending on what you click.
Yeah.
That is cool. Wow, you guys in the community are amazing, guys. That's so sweet. All right, let's do the next box. We're going to do the boss box. Wow, I can't wait to check. I'm going to look at that later. Okay, so we've got Street Fighter, the boss expansion. Okay, let's push this a little bit. So what do you get in the boss expansion? Well, you get a rule book, the boss rule book, which is going to give you not only the rules to boss mode and how you play that, but also these bosses. Here's boss mode. That's where you get your continues. And then you have something called Nemesis mode, and as well as being able to use these bosses as normal fighters, because in Street Fighter you can obviously fight with Akuma as just a normal fighter, not a boss. Here's your stage diagram. So in this one we have Akuma's stage, and we have a shopping district from Chun-Li. This one I wanted to do because I know it's like, well, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Why you got, where's Bison? Well, we've got map packs, but I wanted to make sure I got this in here because I love these little chickens. You know, the little chickens in there, and then you can slam, and you can slam into the chickens and slam into the food carts and slam into the tables. So lots of creative little things, or 3D destructible terrain here. Our community needs to name these little chickens. Chickens. And then you can see they cooked a chicken right there. These are cooked chicken. And then, ooh, this is nice. Oh, you know what? We should have put this in the back of the main rule book. The main rule book doesn't have this in here. Oh, that's one thing we forgot. See the final page just there? It would have been so cool. David, are you still here? It would have been so cool to get this into the back of the main rule. But here in the boss expansion, it shows you can expand your game. Here are all of the different miniatures that are in these boxes that we're about to unbox. Right? So you got Street Fighter Alpha with Dan out in front. Third Strike. Got Alex. You got Q, boy! I wanted to put Q in the game so bad, and I got him in, guys. I got him in. Street Fighter 5. Jury. Leading the pack. Street Fighter 5 here. Street Fighter 4, I meant, is Jury. And Street Fighter 5. Hell yeah. You guys like those minis? Oh man, I can't wait to unbox those for you. Okay, let's go. And then of course, as always, you need a nice little reference sheet for the turn sequence. Okay, so we got our rule books. Let's set our rule books aside. Let's check out the map. Crimson Viper, also a mom, yes. Yippers. Look at that. Akuma and Chun-Li. Right? And then you've got the terrain, 3D terrain for this map. You got this one right here with them chickens. Cooked chicken. And you got this one, the little box here with these chickens. We'll have to name these chickens. And we got these little lanterns. I was like, how do I do a tree that's dead? Do you do these individual branches? Well, that would have been a nightmare to try to die cut. I was like, oh, no, Joe, now we have to put our foot down, Joe. No. So instead, we did this clever little art thing where you've got these lanterns which kind of glow. I thought it was cool. So I was like, all right, fine. Okay. Now here are the bad boy bosses and the bad boy boss character board here, character wheel. And that way you know that these are different because these guys have more health. This one goes all the way up to 40 on that. And then this one also goes to 12. So you've got there. And then you've got the Bison version of the boss board. And what's cool is, technically, holy crap, I'm just realizing, I mean, it's a 6-player game, but maybe you can even do 8 players. You do whatever you want with the game, right? You just do the fighter version of their health, right? You do the fighter version of the health, and then you can have 2 more in addition to these 6 over here. Okay. So we've got our fighter deck. We've got our boss deck. The boss cards. Did I turn off the... Yeah, okay. Alright, here we go. So we've got Akuma. We've got Bison. Ooh. So one of the things I was most concerned about was Bison's cape. I didn't want Bison's cape to droop or sag and like, I don't know, in shipping. So I made sure, I was like, make sure that Bison is snugly in there. And they did. So snug that you're going to have to get him out a little bit. Here, let me just show you Akuma first, and then we'll go to Bison. Come on, focus. Focus. That detail, man. All right, let me try to get Bison up out of here. Okay. Again, if you kind of help him, grab him by the sort of forearm and the base at the same time, forearm and the base, he slides right out. Oh yeah. Yes. Nice big flowing cape. That's what I wanted. I wanted that psycho power. Focus. And just that sinister face, dude. That smile of Bison that's always creepy as hell. It looks like he's always saying world domination. Of course. Yeah, thank you for talking about the silver. That's actually a change I made. I fought for, because these were actually gray, and I just thought that the gray didn't pop enough. It didn't. I can show you older versions. We went for that silver. That silver look really sheens and pops, and then the rest is a little matte. You don't want him to sheen, right? Because his clothing. Got his little cap. Little Bison cap. Hell yeah. So there are your bosses. And what's cool about the game is you can actually play 3 versus 1 boss. So you can do one of these. Right? You can do one of these. And one of your friends is Bison, and the rest of y'all are ganging up on him, and it's so much fun. It is so much fun. The games get really close, guys. I am so proud of this game, guys. It is so much fun. And then you can just do, we give you the deck. We give you the deck required to just do one-on-one, and he's a normal fighter, not a boss, to make it more balanced. God, this is so cool to see these minis, guys. Oh my God. Okay. Tell everybody, tell your friends, this is literally the best board game. There's actually a lot more room in the boss expansion. You might actually be able to fit some of the terrain inside of this box. But I don't know. I do not know. Oh, how can I forget? The box art. Once again, fantastic box art. Eye-grabbing. Really, really good art. Great composition here. It is 10 out of 10. And I hope that when you look at this box art and people say, wow, and that kind of quality is all throughout this game. Like, I've never seen a board game with this kind of quality. I had to freaking make it. There's the back. You got some contents. Street Fighter the Miniatures game boss expansion includes everything you need to introduce extremely powerful boss characters. This expansion also includes the boss mode game rules in which one player controls the boss in a battle against a team of 3 rival players. Again, 14 plus, but younger can play it, in my opinion. And then 30 minutes and then 15 minutes per additional player. 2 to 6. Powerful boss decks. Includes character-specific 40-card battle decks to make M. Bison and Akuma playable characters in the main game. And then Nemesis events. This is a Nemesis mode that was unlocked in our Kickstarter that can sort of change effects, you know, if playing against your specific Nemesis. Alex, of course, has designed a lot of these particular decks and modes here. It includes all of these. And then you have here I don't know if it's clear enough to people that these are pre-painted miniatures, you know, because a lot of companies will paint these miniatures on the back of the box and then, you know, everybody just understands that they're not painted. Ours are painted. And I went above and beyond. Okay, so we got that. Here is some of the decks. You've got Bison here. And you've got Akuma, the Bison boss, and the Bison fighter. You can tell the difference in the boss and the fighter because of the health. See, the boss versions have 40 health and slightly different effects and cards. And the fighter versions is Akuma. A lot of people don't know Akuma is actually kind of a glass cannon, so he only has 22 health, whereas Bison has 25 health as a fighter, right? And here you go. So here's the boss deck, a boss challenge. So you kind of turn up a card every time you take a turn. While this card is in play, and this is for Akuma, right? While this card is in play, only the boss may use combos. Attacks that are used as combo actions by the boss get +1 attack die. So it's going to change the way game in different ways. So in here is like intimidation. It's completely intimidating you. And then all the players have to be like, okay, how do we make it through this turn without combos? Or how do we make it through this turn without our ultra or, you know, building meter and that kind of stuff. And the boss is pretty cool because he will go and attack these different characters. And it was kind of a nightmare to figure out how do you balance a game where it's like 1 versus 3. Well, the secret is this token, and you can kind of mark who has been attacked last. And I'll let you discover that for your own on how it works, but it is so much fun, guys. Now, one thing that I'm noticing here is that is it easy for people to tell the difference between the decks? David, are you here? Did we signify that? Did we somewhere print on there somewhere? Because otherwise, be careful. Keep these decks separate. You don't want these decks to mix. I do kind of see a little bit of a difference. This has purple, a little bit of a purple color, and this has a little bit of a red color. But maybe we could, in a second printing, put a little icon. Well, let me open them up because there might actually be something there. One is red as the other is purple. Yeah. Let's double check. Let's look. Okay. Got Bison. Okay, see here's the Bison. This is the Bison fighter. Psycho shot. Psycho Crusher. Death Tower. Deadly Throw. Somersault Skull Diver. God, the art. It just gets you in character, man. Writhe in utter despair. Head press. And he has the coolest freaking effects. I'm not going to spoil them, dude. Got a bio card here in the back for Bison. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's see. Let's open a boss deck. can see how they're different. So you got the boss. All right, nice. They are purple. I do remember talking about that. You know, guys, it's been a year. It's been several years. So if you look here at the bottom, you got red versus purple. So your purples are going to be your boss. Your reds are going to be your fighters. Okay. And they do have some different effects and stuff, so you're going to want to keep those separated. I will crush you. Shadaloo bodyguards. And I designed that card, chat. Okay, moving on. Let's open up some of these characters. So, if you were smart enough and quick enough, then you would have purchased the Kickstarter, and you would have got all of these miniatures for free, son. Look at these stretch goals. Because of how well the game did, we were able for everybody that pledged at a certain level to get these things at no additional charge. For free, motherfuckers, right? Oh my God. Guys, do not, I repeat, do not miss out on our upcoming miniatures games that will have these stretch goals. You don't want to miss out. Seriously. And this is a thank you, guys. Because these are going to be hard to find. These are going to be hard to find. And if you want to play with these characters, you gotta have this. So let's open this bad boy. Is this how you open it? Yeah. Whoa. Oh my God, that's right. Look at this stuff. Car bonus stage. Because there was just so much cool stuff, guys, that the Kickstarter unlocked. Alex and I developed these additional modes. You've got a car stage where you beat the car up. Look at this. That's so cool. And you've got the verses. You know, you can play, for the first time ever, you can play the car bonus stage in multiplayer, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. And then look at this. Bonus classic mode stages. 2D. You want to play 2D? You're like, Joe, this ain't the video game. This is 3D. Okay, mofo. You want to play 2D? You want to play 3D and 2D? That's what Joe will do for you. Play 3D and 2D. I will let you play 3D and 2D. And then we've got the Capcom Cup. So you can see, well, who is the best. You can run your own little tournament and give the winner the Capcom Cup. And he can talk all the mess that he wants to until you have another tournament. Who is the undisputed champion of Street Fighter the miniatures game? It's whoever has the cup, fool. And then look at this. This was another freebie that the stretch goals guys unlocked. The arcade cabinet. Create yourself a little arcade, a little display it along with your miniatures. Is that not cool? That is some good sure. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. Gouken, Cammy, Honda, Evil Ryu, DJ, Guile. Get out of here. Who's that? Can you see him? Can you see? Can you dig it? All right, let me take a picture of this so that we know how to what miniature is where when you store it. These are the stretch goals. So here's your little Capcom cup, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Capcom, officially licensed. Jasco Games, baby. Little Capcom cup. Initially, I thought, you know, we'll engrave it. And then I said, no, leave it blank. That way, people themselves can print their little stickers and they can be like, Other Joe. Alex. Okay. Ooh, is that Violent Ken? Yes, it is. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. Dun, 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 dun. I'm freaking out, guys. I am basically turning into a little girl. Look at the way that we did on his back. Do you see it? And the thing about Violent Ken is that he has had multiple haircuts. And this was my little contribution. I got to give him this kind of little haircut because I thought, you know what? If you take Ken and he goes like this, his hair kind of does like a little, kind of like a Dragon Ball Z thing. If his hair were to fly upward and just constantly be emanating power, in my opinion, it would look like that. And I had to have a Tatsumaki pose. And we gave it to Violent Ken. Tatsumaki. Rogue boxer with power. Power unlimited power. We even did the base. If you look at the base, what's it say on there? Crazy Buffalo, son. What's that say? You see it? Lighting's not too good here, but you can see it. Hell yeah. This guy in the game, my God, his punches hurt so much. I can't wait to play with him. Dun, 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 dun. Sonic, boom. Sonic Boom. Hey, we fixed that. We fixed that error. Some of you guys remember Sonic Boom. But look, we fixed it. I'll prove it to you. Ready? And you know Joe isn't going to let you down like that. Sonic Boom. Because his eyes were a little messed up. Oh, they were a lot messed up. A lot. So give me a second here. Okay. Hell yeah. Now that is some good looking eyes, a stern look. Baby blues. Even got your little dog tags on there. Got the patented hair. Oh, that feels nice. Even got some texture up in there. You guys need to hear. Guys are like, hey, you cut that out. Sonic Boom! Don't touch the hair. But if you get him, you can touch the hair. Look at that. USA, USA, USA. America, America. This is the logo from Street Fighter 4. A little behind the scenes. I wanted to use the original logo, but they were worried that it's too close to the actual American military logo, and you know, you gotta wonder, are they gonna come after us? I don't know. I don't know. Look at this nice little belt buckle. Look at these pants. So, because this is an original logo, we thought that would do better. Okay, here. The muscle detail. I'm not doing a good enough job at zooming, but hopefully you can see you can even see the irises, fool. Look at that. I'm sorry the camera's not the best at focusing. It's not meant for this kind of up close detail. Trying to get it as best as possible. You can even see the detail that I went to in his eyes, because when he is infused with psycho power, his irises become different color. 16 times the detail. I wanted 16 times the detail. DJ. And I had to get his pants right. This was very tricky because it says maximum on the side of his pants. And in miniature pre-painted form, that is very, very tricky to do. Give him a little bit of the beach from his level. Little Easter egg here on the base. Look at that smile. He knows he's a badass. He knows he kicks ass. A fan. I am a fan. But he does well with the ladies too. With that smile. DJ. I need a body like that. Yeah, I agree. I need a body like this. This next gentleman needs no introduction. Oh. Woo. He's difficult. This next gentleman needs no introduction. So I went through so many different variations of this effect, and I finally decided to go clear. It was kind of yellow at once. It was kind of a little bit of a red look, but honestly, I went with the clear. I think it was a good decision. And this is the bath level, right? Now, some of you guys remember good old Sumo here. Let's see. Yes, we're good. We had a problem in production. You know, we needed to get a little bit of blue up under there because previously when they sent it to us, it was not blue. So we got that right. Underhand slap. Oh, these are going to be so much fun to play with, guys. Seriously. Sonic. Sonic. Oh, yeah. God, he's so muscular. He's so big. This miniature's big. He's massive. Look at these muscles on that leg and those jeans. Damn. Look at that. Look at that. flying. We're taking flight like a hawk. Oh, yeah. So cool. He's beefy. He's a big boy. He's a heavy boy, too. This guy's heavy. Big boy. Yeah, voice chip is the next step. I'm surprised with all this detail and all the lengths you went with too, Joe. Individual bases. Look at these bases, man. I colored every base for you guys. I'm surprised you didn't put voice chips in each one. Hell yeah, that's the next step. If I made this game 20 years from now, then you would get Hadouken. Evil Ryu. Here's another one I went and I did a lot of iterations on. Initially, the whole was just a single color. I said, absolutely not. I need more paint operations. More. They were like, this many paint operations? We've never done this many paint operations. And normally it's not required in the industry. More. Okay, we'll do more paint. More. More paint operations. So we went with 3 individual paint operations just on the whole alone. The burning heart, chest, Evil Ryu. Kinda reminds you of a certain someone, huh? You can have a battle between these two. How freaking cool is that, guys? Or better yet, a battle between these two. You want to go full Dark Hado? Let's go full Dark Hado. So cool. Next. One of my personal favorites. Ooh, yeah. Cannon Strike. Look at that. Cammy. She's nice. We made sure to put a lot of detail on these miniatures. So you've got a little bit of the military paint. You've got the boots. You've even got the diamond on her hat. These are all individual painting operations that need to be done. A little bit of the level here. That special effect is real nice. Okay. Got another one here. Many of you are unfamiliar with this guy, but he may have started it all. Bloodnow. So for his special effect, I wanted to do something a little lighter because, you know, I feel like, you know, he shouldn't have, you know, the darkness that's associated with these guys. So initially, his effects were different, and I wanted to improve them. Initially, guys, he had no effects whatsoever. And I just felt like he needed effects, you know? And so I did that for you guys. And they were telling me no. I said, don't tell me no. There is no no. I want problem solvers. Well, we're already at this point in the thing. And I said, no, don't you tell me no. And so guess what I did? I got clever. And I used Evil Ryu special effects. I believe it was Evil Ryu special effects on this, and I had them recolored. But because it wouldn't make sense that he had the flames, I took the flames out and I put the effects from Ryu, and we fashioned them to be more like Gouken. So here is the improved Gouken with special effects. Okay. Blue Capcom Cup, guys. Okay, well, what the hell else is in this box? So you got all that, right? What else? So does that go over like that? And then you've got a, looks like a divider. Okay, just a piece of paper. Probably throw that away. And then, look at that. Oh crap, it's the 2D board. It's the actual dojo. This is, you know, Ryu's level. And on this side, whose level? Ken. And look at this. Got them little Easter eggs. You guys need to look all around the boards for little Easter eggs, you know? So, here's your 3D, 2D. If you want to play the game in 2D, you most certainly can. It's pretty crazy. It gets crazy because this game wants terrain. It wants, it like pushes people back and forth. It feels just like the game. Tatsumaki Senpuken, Shoryuken, you know, and then you get somebody back in a corner and you're doing all this extra damage. Oh, it's just, it's so cool, guys. I can't wait. Okay. And you got your arcade cabinet right there. Look who's on the front. So damn cool, guys. So damn cool. Okay, another piece of paper. More characters. Yes, please. Yes, please. There's a secret character here that you cannot see. You are not allowed to see this secret character. So, what do we have here? Oh my God, I've never seen this. This is so cool. Oh no, really? This is so damn cool. It's the tiny ass. It's a little board for the car level. Nice. So, what I thought was clever is, you know, you got little cards and you place the cards over and the car slowly gets destructible. So I'll show you. Actually, let's demo it. So, you got these. And look at this. Even I remembered because he is a boss. So he needs his own boss. Look at this. We printed his own boss thing for you guys with his own art. His health can go all the way up to 45 on this one. And then you can also use this as the normal fighter. You can use him as a normal fighter. Now, because this board's a little smaller, it does seem like it's having a little bit of trouble laying flat. But over time, as you play on it, it should get a little better. You know, put a little bit of pressure on it. Over time, it'll get better. But check this out. So, look at that, huh? And then 2 levels. 2 levels of cards. This is the first time. This is the first time I'm ever doing this, aside from all my prototypes, right? So look at that. Get out of here. What? Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Was this done incorrectly? Please tell me that this wasn't what you can't. No, you have to. Oh, please, no. Okay, wait, I'm confused. Okay, did they do it wrong? Oh no. Okay, so you do this, right? And then you do this. Okay. And then you do this, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then this. Okay. Perfect, perfect. 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 Ta-da! Ta-da! Now, I don't think they got it right, though. David, Mr. Hanold, it looks like they didn't understand what I was trying to say, because like I fought over and over. I was like, look, I want it to be where I can just simply turn it over. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little more difficult than that, right? So when you destroy this piece, you have to put this piece over here, and that is now the destroyed piece. Right? But that's, wait a minute. No, 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 that's not gonna work. Wait, this is correct. Yeah. Oh no. Wait, that's correct. Oh, no. So we do have an error. Yeah, they swapped them. God damn it. Z Curator, they are now aware we will get corrected. We'll get it corrected? What do you mean you'll get it corrected? Like in time? There's no way. These things are on the boat. I mean, the game is still playable. It's still playable. Because all you really need to do is swap the sides. Okay? So, it's still playable. It's just not ideal. And with how much I fight for ideal, look, this one, yeah. So, this is second level. So, this is second level damage. So, you saw first level, this is second level, and here's third level. Now you actually just start removing the pieces for the third level. But it looks like they got the order wrong on some of them. I think they only got the order wrong on the outside pieces. They swapped the left side with the right side pieces, I think. Because, yeah, the middle pieces, are good. Okay? But they've it's always something unbelievable. Right? So you get your middle piece, and then we go to the second level damage on the middle piece. Right? Boom. 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 But see, then you have a problem when you get to some second level damage. You have to go. It's not a big deal. I mean, you can do it. You can do it. But I didn't want to have people do this, you know? I don't want to have people do that. All right. Well, we found our first error. It's all right. We'll get it corrected. We'll get it corrected. It's just annoying, you know. It's annoying me. Okay, moving on. Positives. And you're going to see some damn good positives. Blanca is one of my favorite miniatures. So damn good. Worked really hard. Hector sculpted these guys, and what an amazing job our sculptor did. This is just fantastic. Look at that detail. He's in mid-electricity. So cool. And he's hefty. And look at the detail in the base. You've got the chains on him. You've got the hair. You got the face. No googly eye. Very nice. You've even got a two-tone on the pants. Pants being ripped like in the game. Before I thought it looked too present. Now it looks high quality. Yes, it does. Plasticky. Now it looks high quality. Yeah, no, you got to see these things up close, dude. This is it's a completely different experience up close. Because lighting is weird in this room. I didn't want the miniatures themselves to shine as the special effects did. The special effects can shine. You want the special effects to shine. Now this is a ridiculously cool pose. Look at the skulls on that. Look at the earrings, man. Perfect. Just perfect. Woo-da! Woo-da! Woo! Woo-da! Ooh! Woo-da! Woo-da! Look at that. From the level. Look at the shoes. God damn, it's so cool. All right, all right. You want to see the secret models? It took y'all forever to get what character that is. Phelan. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is like a special thank you to our backers. So cool. Psycho Power Cammy. Trying to get close up for you guys. So cool. Awesome. Awesome. I think Cammy is a better Bison than Bison. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Okay, so what else is in the box? Well, we've got all the cards necessary. You've got Goken, right, in his boss deck. The Goken boss deck right here. You've got the Goken fighter deck right here. You've got the Balrog fighter deck right here. You've got the Blanca fighter deck. You've got the Cammy fighter deck. Some excellent, excellent art on there. You've got the Dulcine deck. You've got the DJ. You've got the E Honda. You've got the Evil Ryu. A little bit of a glass cannon as well. You've got Fei Long. You've got, oh yeah. Now that's some good art right there. Looking good, guy, looking good. You've got the T-Hawk. Here is some more boss cards for when you fight Goken. He has his own set of challenges. And of course, who can forget the badass Violentkin? Again, playing around with his hair. So good, guys. So cool. So cool. Y'all want to see Cammy? Let's do Cammy. Of course, we've got the card effect here. Shiny card effect. You got Cammy. She's got 4 movements, so she, like Chun-Li, is pretty fast. Health. Look at that. She's got her own bio. What does this say? Well, she's 163 centimeters. So she's actually slightly shorter than Chun-Li. And you know what? She's not shy about her weight. 61 kilograms. Blood type B. Cammy's birthday, did you know, is January 6th. You don't want to forget that. You take her out on a date, you better remember that. If it just so happens to be around that. England. She likes. Did you know that Cammy likes cats? And what does Cammy dislike? Everything. When she's in a bad mood. You do not want to piss Cammy off, basically. Okay, let's look at some of Cammy's cards. Spiral Arrow. Axel Spin Knuckle. Giving Sakura what for? Delta Throw. Cannon Revenge. Knee Bullet. Cannon Strike. Cannon Spike. Hooligan combination. Whoa, 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 whoa. Target acquired. And here's where I get to have a little bit of fun. In the event cards here. Beginning mission. Were my killer combos too much for you? I knew you were weak. So Cammy, you know, little dull, little brainwashed before. So we've put in some stuff here that alludes to that. Here's our Spin Drive Smasher. Here's our bait card. Looking good. and of course the focus attack. So lots of beautiful, beautiful, amazing art waiting for you guys. Partly why it took so long. And got some really cool mechanics in here. And I simply cannot wait for you guys to try to check out all these cards. Right around the corner, guys. Right around the corner. Almost there. All right. Let's open the expansion packs. It's important that the figures easily go back into their slots, and they most certainly do. Perfect. Oh, what went here? There. Oh, yeah. The car level, then the Goken, and then the car level here. And then the 3D arcade. Oops. And the 2D map, and then the expansion or the stretch goal characters. Now, do you remember where they went? That's the thing. This I remember was Seahawk. This I think was E Honda. This is going by memory. This I think was Goken. Yep. And Guile was, I think, here. Yep. And Cammy was here. Yep. First try. Violent Ken, where was he? He was here, yeah. And Balrog here, yep. DJ. See, you can kind of tell where some of, I don't know where, who's left. Evil. Is that right? Yep. Think so. Think I got it. Easy storage. Oh. We'll put this here. Maybe these two guys were swapped. I gotta look at my phone. Yeah. Yeah, I got it right. Sweet. Car bonus stage. Okay. Okay. Whoa, yeah. Now we've got the individual video game packs. So we'll start with Street Fighter Alpha. So in these individual packs, what's the best way to open these? More. More. So sweet. Yeah, you need this pack. This is the pack. This is the ladies and Dan. The ladies and Dan. Dan the man. Sakura went pretty hard on her base. Definitely wanted to include as many details as possible. It's her little backpack. Got little flowers, little grass, textured grass. You got Sakura right here. In her victory pose. You got a little bit of wind kicking, kicking everything up, pushing up her. It does that in the video game. She is a cutie. Sakura. We got the things here. Karen. Dan. Armika. So, Sakura. Karen. Dan. And Armika. Karen. Look at that base. It's a nice base. Now, originally, I had done all the colors as it is in the Street Fighter 5, but it looked too much like a bomb pop. So I kind of removed a few colors there, and it looks a little bit, just a little more uniform, a little better. Okay. And then, I'm very proud of this one, but I want you to be careful when you pull out Dan, because he's doing his version of the Hadouken, and this one, gave us some trouble in production. So be very careful when you pull out Dan, all right? Let me be careful when I pull Dan out. Okay, so here's Dan. Dan's dojo lessons. Only $100. I mean $5, because nobody's taking them up on that offer. Fun little Easter egg for you guys. Now that's a discount. And he'll show you how to do one of these. Oh, I love Dan so much. He's so cool. He's such a joker. He's such a good character in the game too. We made him play like Dan. He definitely feels like Dan. Alex is really good. He got some do you want me to open Dan? I can show you some of Dan's cards, but I don't really want to spoil Dan. He's a joker. He's a good one. He's a good one to play with, to troll your opponents with. Troll your opponents with Dan. All right, let's get Armika here. Now this one I'm really, really proud of. Again, remember our sculptor Hector here. So let me see if we've got some. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to get this real good for you guys. Real good detail and close up. Hector Moran. This is Armika. We got our logo on there. The wrestling logo. She's doing her classic pose. For those of you who don't know, Armika likes to use a certain weapon a lot. Armika has a very, very strong weapon, which she uses to attack people. And it is not the microphone. Though she's pretty deadly on the microphone as well. So Armika is a ton of fun to play. And guys, I'm going to make sure the miniatures are accurate in all the right ways. The colors on this effect, really, really nice. Colors on the costume, all approved. Capcom. And this is one of her famous starting poses. You can see here. I want to show you some of these because these were some of my favorite artworks that we had. She is a beast. Watch this. So, you got Armika. I wonder if Armika would tell us her weight. I don't know. Yeah. She got a weight on there. No birthday. She won't tell you. She dislikes rude youngsters. She likes Zangief's wrestling style. Here is one of her attacks. Shooting Peach, it's called. So much fun. So much fun. There's the other one. Fierce Shooting Peach. That's going to hurt a little bit more. Look who she's fighting. One of her throws in here is so good. Dream Driver. Just slamming Cammy down. Dive Bomb. She got Dan with that one. Passion Rope Throw. Daydream Headlock. Wingless Airplane. Rainbow Typhoon. This is a fun one. Look at, this is what I was trying to show you. Look at how strong she is. I will break your back with my knee. And then we got some really fun event cards for her. Wow, perfect execution. I might make it after all. I'll get better and better with more practice, right? She's just so excited and she loves wrestling. I'll cut away too close there. See, I'm doing a lot of Easter eggs in the art. Anybody know who that is? Mic Performance. She loves to get on mic. And that's why we gave her a mic right here. She can do her mic performance. You were really heavy, but I still threw you. Heavenly Dynamite. This girl loves to like just like slam her body in any way against yours. Headbutt. Other butts. Bait. And focus. Very cool. Love her. Tons of fun to play as in our game as well. And you can find that out for yourself. So awesome. Guys, I am really happy with these miniatures. Oh my God, this is a culmination of years and years of work. Years of work to get these minis just right. I would get versions of them. I would say, no, absolutely not. Not good enough. We need to go again. We need to go again. Joe, it's going to take extra this. I don't care. Okay? I need these miniatures to be statue quality. And to see it in person, we made the best. We made the best. We made the best. And you deserve the best. We did it. We did it. This was so scary, guys. Like, seriously, I have not opened all these. Opening it for the first time. There was a mistake on that, on the car level. I'm going to give that. But so far, so good. I need to shut up. We have 3 more boxes. All right? I need to shut up. Here we go. All right. So, Street Fighter, Third Strike. Okay. Boom. This has some of my favorite miniatures. Tons and tons of detail. Making some miniatures way more expensive to produce than others. Little secret behind the scenes information. Which miniature here do you think is the lost leader? You'll see. Let's go through them. All right. So, you've got. Let's show you the characters here. You got Alex. Mofo's buff. Oh my God, it was my dream to get Q. I wanted Q in my game. I would not accept no for an answer from Capcom, and we got Q. I'm so, so happy about him. He is really, we put a lot of time and attention and detail. Alex has come up with some really great events and specials. You could see here, he moves slow. He's a slow one. But if you open his deck up, you're going to find some great, great stuff in here. Nobody knows who Q is. Does anybody know who Q is? Do I know who Q is? Do you know who Q is? And then you have Makoto. And finally, Ibuki. So cool. Okay, so let's get these. I don't want to break anybody. That would be bad. Okay. So I went with sort of, you know, what do you call it? The sand. You know, you move the calming sands. What do you call it? Darn it. You know, you there's a comb, you know, for sand kind of thing. Zen Garden. Thank you, Jim. Zen Garden. I went with the Zen Garden, and we've got sweet ass effects here. Do not let this girl hit you with those. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Okay. Alex. Buff as hell. Flexing. Look at this. I was like, I need some cinder blocks up in here. We even painted those a little silver. Put a little Coke. Those are not beer. Get a little Sprite and a little Coke maybe. No, never mind, copyright. Those are Blight and Flope. This fool is going to body slam you. Them pecs, boy. Them pecs. Large and in charge. But he still looks a little on the small side when you compare him to... Can y'all still hear me? I think my batteries are about to go out. Testing. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm going to replace the batteries after this. Q's another big boy. A lot of people don't know. Q's pretty tall. He's got some muscle to him. Got some heft. Or what you would call muscle, for all we know. Now, I did a special effect on Q. I just left Q, so I have to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. This newspaper had nothing on it. And they were like, we're going to production. I'm like, no, you're not. They're like, yes, we are. I said, no, you're not. You're going to put, I want some print on the newspaper. And it was an actual battle to get print on the newspaper. Let me see. And I said, I want to be able to read the print. And they said, Joe, you're crazy. We're not doing that. And I said, we are doing it. You're doing it, or I'm going to beat you up. I didn't say that. But as you can see, we compromised. I got half of what I wanted. What's that say? Can you read it? The detail, boy. 16 times the detail. These figures have Easter eggs all over them. I'm not even showing you. I don't want to show you them all, but I'm going to show you a few of them. And honestly, if you want to know who Q is, grab this thing. This is as close as you're going to get to Q. Try to take a peek under that mask. Who is Q? Where does he come from? Who is he? Do you think maybe this deck will tell you? Every card has a bio, right? Maybe you can get some answers from his attacks? Who's Q? All right. Here's the figure. Dun, 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 dun. I went all out, baby, for a Ibuki. Ibuki gets it all. Look at her base. Look at Don-chan. Don-chan's even kind of mimicking. A little kunais. She got a little ninja claw. This one costs a lot to produce. Look at that. Said, I don't care. I want to do this game legendary justice. I want Street Fighter to do legendary justice. Whereas some board game companies and makers will be like, look, I need to make money. I said, I don't need to make money. I need to make the best game possible. I don't care what it costs. So Joe, you're crazy. You want us to put what on top of a what with a what? I said, you heard me right. You heard me right. Hector, I love you, Hector. Hector sculpted this. It's not possible without Hector. Everybody say thank you to Hector Moran, who is quite possibly the best sculptor in the industry. In my opinion, Hector is amazing. So every time you look at your miniatures, think Hector. And Jasco Games. And Angry Joe. And Capcom. And Alex. And other Joe while you're at it. Because he's other Joe. And why wouldn't you? Okay, that was Third Strike. What's next? Street Fighter 4. I tried to pick some of the most iconic fighters. Ones that weren't covered in the core set, the boss set, or the stretch goals. And these came up as the most popular. Okay, so let's take a look at who we got. We got, ooh, the best right up front, right? Juri. Juri is so damn cool. Freaking love Juri. She's just one of those great villains. She's just so awesome. Guy. Guy is another one that I got to do another sort of, I was like, I need another Tatsumaki-like pose. And we were able to get it through Guy because little did some people know who don't play Guy. He actually has something kind of similar to a Tatsumaki. Viper! See Viper. Viper's got a cool backstory. She's cool. Love her boots. Very, very good stuff. And we got Cody. This is a man that gives no literal. He gives no. He gives no. I'm going to break out of jail and I'm just going to fight you. And then I guess I'll go back to jail if I feel like it. I'll just walk back into jail and I'm good. But then I'll come back out if I want to fight somebody. Okay. So here, I tried to go for like a, he broke out of prison. So that's kind of like the walls of a prison. A little bit of sand outside. This was honestly the hardest miniature to paint. Let me sit down. This was the hardest miniature to get pre-painted, guys. It was a nightmare. Anytime you do what you call this these stripes. The stripes are a nightmare. You would think it's easy, right? It is actually a nightmare. So I got some metal detail. I got the metal color on his knife. I was thinking about blood, but I thought, you know what? That's not Street Fighter. Capcom probably wouldn't have allowed it. I didn't even send it to Capcom with blood. Cuz it's like, no, Cody, no. Just yes, he throws his knife at people, but it's a nice knife. It's not he does because he cares. Okay? He cares. He secretly loves you. Okay. Guy. This one is I wanted another. I wanted another. And the effect is so cool. So many of you might remember, I don't know, you probably don't, or I may have never actually shown the model. I did orange once. Orange, and it damn near matched, because the idea was match his leg. And so there was orange there, there was orange there, there was orange on the effect itself, and then there was orange down here. And it was just too much. It just got lost in the effect. And it just looked weird. It looked like a flower or something. And I went back and I looked at the games and I said, wait a minute, this it's not colored like that. It's actually just wind, you know? And so I said, I want to go clear here. And it turned out really, really nice. I think the effect comes through pretty nice. This is one of the harder effects to do, to try to get these types of spinning kicks to work. And I think it works, if I do say so myself. All right. This one, woo-wee. I wanted to get this one right. So we even got some detail on her base. S-I-N, Sin, right? I love the color. Just love, absolutely am falling in love with Juri. She is just so awesome. Love the special effects on Juri. Got kind of a spider look to the back side of her outfit here. She's just too cool. Ridiculously cool. She's cocky as hell too. Have you seen some of the animations? She thinks she's boss level. And she kind of is. If you take her ultra and special into account. She is so cool. Guys, this is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. And shortly, it will be with you as well. I'm kind of curious what Juri likes and hates. If she even put that. Y'all guys want to see what Juri likes and hates? If it's been official and canonized by Capcom at some point in the lore, then it will be here. So Juri, 163, 57, AB blood type, January 1st, Korea. She likes spicy foods and spiders. Nice. Who was it that hated spiders? They would totally get along, yes. And you have dislikes, boring people, and rules. This might be the anti-hero Juri version here. Where she's comfortable enough. Ryu. She's anti-Ryu. She throws spiders on Ryu. Ryu get pissed. Ryu's like, I cannot fight. He runs away. I'm gonna go through her deck since we got it open. Fuhajin. Low Fuhajin. The Fuhajin. Such cool art, guys. We went all out for Juri, dude. She is brutal, you know. She will crush you. Poor Ken. Is that Ken? Looks like Ken down there. Somebody get that man a doctor. She's not even scared. She's not even scared of Sagat. She like takes pleasure in her battle. Laughing maniacally. Here's an alternate costume. We wanted to get a lot of different things into the art. Poor Dan. Dan never had a chance. Like, guys, the art is what took the longest on this, and it's what I'm most proud of. Well, I'm actually most proud of the miniatures, and there are so many firsts on this game. There are so many things I'm proud of. I went all out, and I think anybody out there can agree that we did not take any shortcuts. We went all out, and we poured our heart, soul, passion, and everything we had into this project. I'll have my revenge. She's got a thing going on with Bison and Sagat. Where do you want me to break you first? Come on. Come on. There's her bait card. So you're trying to get your opponent. You're taunting your opponent. The way I looked at it as bait is I wanted to incorporate the taunts from Street Fighter. So anytime you see a bait, that's kind of like what they would do if they were taunting you in the game. Okay, that was Street Fighter 4. We got one more here. We got Street Fighter 5, the latest and greatest. We wanted to get in some characters from Street Fighter 5. Hell, and this was back when we didn't even know about some of the newer characters, right? So there might be some additional characters now, you know. And then we also got the map pack back there. So, but let's do Street Fighter 5. Can't believe my mic is still going. Who are these? Can y'all tell? Who are you saying in chat? Some new characters, right? That we didn't even know about when we made this game. Yep. Yeah, we didn't even know about. Oh, I didn't do... Oh, my bad. My bad. What are y'all saying? Oh, my gosh. I didn't show them all. Who? I did her dirty. I did her dirty. I did Viper dirty. Oh, no, Viper. I'm so sorry. I did her dirty. Here she... Viper was tough coming out of the thing. I didn't want her to break. Oh, how can I forget you, girl? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Viper. But look, I did her justice. Gave her her own unique base. Right? Look at that base. Look at the flames, dude. So for Viper's flames, she's got a little bit different flames from everybody else because they're like flames from her actual boots. Okay? She's got some powers, some tech, and it's really, really cool. And I really definitely wanted to show you Viper because we had a problem with her glasses. And it just didn't look right. It just was, it was difficult to do. And over time, we just kept trying at it and going. Another thing was her tie. Her tie was a problem as well. But we overcame both of those problems. And I think it turned out really good. I'm not going to, there's nothing you can do about the magnification effect that the glasses will do to her eyes, kind of making her eyes look a little bigger than they are. I was trying to find ways around that, but this is a really, really cool solution and a good solution. And you see she's even got jewelry on. It's difficult to see with the camera. In person, you're going to see all the tiny little details, like the buttons, the belt. Like, guys, it's 16 times the detail here. The individual studs on her gloves. You need to see this in person. For real. Okay? So, sorry, Viper. We got you. We got you. Now, Street Fighter 5. Our last pack. God, we did so many fighters, man. You can thank Alex for that. This was such a huge job. We play tested, deck development. Alex was lead on that. I started with a few characters, showed Alex what I was going for. We played that game ad nauseum. We did all of our research. We went through art books, bio books, comics, the movies, anything that we can find, anything on each character. Each character got their own sort of mini focus. Like it was a week of just Laura. It was a week of just Rashid, you know, just trying to figure out how do people use them, how do people play them. It was quite a bit, and a work of passion. Every single one of these miniatures I had to do extreme justice to. And it's pretty easy when you have such cool ass everlasting characters made by Capcom. You really got to thank Capcom for creating such amazing characters. So here's Necalli, here's Nash with just great backstories, super interesting. If you don't know who Nash is, look him up. Very cool. Related to, you know, has to do with Guile. I don't want to spoil anything, but then you got Rashid. Rashid is one of the coolest new characters to me. I love his song in the game. There's a guy that did a heavy metal version of Rashid's theme song as well. It is really good. I forget the name on YouTube. If you could look it up, just put heavy metal Rashid and you'll find it. Then Laura. God, Laura is so awesome. She is so cool. She's a Brazilian character. She's actually related to another character. I wonder if we managed to get the other character somewhere in her deck. If anybody knows who she's related to, let us know. I don't want to say because I'll spoil it. Okay. So let's take a look. So Laura was tough, man, you know. Because you don't want, you know, Laura's face initially was like a blow-up doll kind of thing, because we went with red around her lips because she's very voluptuous. She's very, you know, attractive. And, you know, them Brazilians, dude, the Brazilians, gosh dang, I want to go to Brazil one day. They, you know, and her style is very much a part of the culture. It's really cool. But, you know, when we did it, it just didn't look right. And so, you know, I think at this level of detail, and when you looked at her from far away, it was too much. And so, you know, we had to remove that. And now she looks good. She looks more realistic. She looks natural. Very natural, very cool looking. You should see some of the other ones. I wonder if I still have the original Laura miniature. It's crazy. But just to show you, like, each one of these miniatures, I went through variations and variations. And honestly, I was pissing off everybody involved. But, you know, they're like, Jesus Christ, you know, it's like, no, I want the best. And you guys deserve the best. People, because here's the thing, is everybody has their own favorite character. You know, everybody has a favorite character. And you want to act like that miniature that you're sculpting and you're putting in your board game is your favorite character. I treated every single one of these guys as my favorite character, because I didn't want to be like, okay, oh, well, my favorite is Chun-Li, and I don't give a crap about Ken. I really love Ken. But I you know, so here, whatever, yeah, sure, do Ken, fine. No, every single one. So, like Rashid, man, I wanted to do Rashid so much justice, because he had such a cool pose, such cool special effects, such cool artwork. This was inspired by an artwork piece that I saw from Rashid, official Capcom art. And, you know, he's just got so, like, cool stuff, cool tech on him. As we gave him this sort of glass kind of thing look to him, like a scouter kind of look, you know. And, he's got his little backpack. And can you guess what he's on? This one didn't come through. You know, I know what it is. Question is, do you know what it is? People ask me, like, you know, that the manufacturer is like, what is this? It's like, well, if you know Rashid, then you know. It's a plane. It's exactly. See, y'all got it because y'all know. It's a wing of a plane. If you play Rashid and you've seen him in the game and you've seen him in art, then you would know what that is. And I think it's cool. I think it's a great piece. It's a great base. Now they're like, well, you know, we don't want the plane coming off. You know, it's been too much. Okay, and then Necalli. Necalli's freaking crazy, dude. Just, you know, he's got that power walk, you know. And we went with this kind of really cool kind of Aztec-like base. The flames are powering around him. His power is just like consuming. And then the hair is key. The hair is key with this, with him. And then you've got his individual bits on his body. We've even got some detail on his belt. These are all multiple painting operations that are painstakingly done. And our manufacturer went through a lot of you know, new machinery, new processes. They learned a lot. And for future games, we can take everything that we learned and go even bigger and go even better. And honestly, anytime anybody asks you, like, who did these miniatures, I have to tell them it was Leah. Leah, I think it's called Leah International. I'm so happy. There's so many times I was so angry and frustrated. And, you know, that's just a normal process of working back and forth and getting things right. And now having these in my hand and seeing them, it is like amazing. It turned out so good. Now I have nothing but nice things and praise to say about the International, because this is just amazing. I'm so happy, guys. You know, you work hard on something and you get to see it. Like, I went through a lot of different versions of green on this, and we managed to nail it together. So shout out to them folks over there, John and project managers, and, you know, it's a process, you know. And we even get some detail in some of the stone. Originally, I don't know why, but the stone was green, you know. Oh, I do know why, because I think in the art and in the level that it comes from, it's like green, but it was matching his boots and it just didn't look right. So I was like, we need to change this to gray. So we changed that to gray. And then here, let me get this for you guys. This one was another tough one to get the glasses right. Anytime you're doing glasses on a character, it's really tough at this detail and at this scale. But I think we got the glasses. I think we got the glasses pretty good. We even have some shading in his face too. At this scale, it's pretty impressive. If you know anything about these kinds of pre-painted miniatures and like crappy paint jobs and googly eyes, this is literally the best pre-painted miniatures in the industry. I know I keep saying that, but like, good. Okay. We did it. We got through them all. We just have one small little bit. I also have the boss dice here, but I think I left it like in one of my girls' bags. The purple boss dice and an extra pack of red dice I have somewhere. I'm not sure where it's at, but I'll get it for you in the future. But the purple dice looks so amazing. It's basically these dice, only purple. And it looks really cool. They're like the expansion extra dice. You had to go in for them, but they were worth it. All right, final one. The maps. So this is the extra map pack. You know, I thought, well, you know, we've got the core set double-sided. We got the boss set double-sided. So that's going to get you 4 maps. But in development, I did so many different maps that I thought, well, maybe we could do a map pack. All right. I didn't think maybe I was like, will people buy it? I don't know. So, you know, I tried to pick some great maps and some good maps that were fun in playtesting and that were fun in the game and that are well known in the game, and some unique stuff. So, because I had to get a little creative with some of the stuff. So, okay, so this is what you get in the map pack. You get these little stands, and this is so that you can have these upright stands and not have to have, you know, bases. These are going to be for the casino, because in the casino they stand upright and there's no real base, so that you can see that. So here are some of the stage diagrams, again telling you how to set up the terrain. So you got the E Honda pool, this is the bathhouse, and you got these little sort of lanterns that you can crash into, and you got the bath that you can crash into. Here I went all out with the Vega level. Vega has a big old cage, so there's a cage that you can crash through here. There's tables that you can slam into the Vega stage. And if you know, the Vega stage in the game is actually from this direction. So I'm using all the extra stuff that you see in the background and creating a level off that. But in the game, it's really just right here is what you're playing. But in my game, you can smash through the chain and you can start fighting in the background. That's really, really cool. And then here's the Las Vegas level. This is sort of, you know, Balrog stage. You got the palm trees, just where your palm trees are going to go. And then here are your casino signs where you could slam through. We got these cars, correct? Because, you know, he's got these badass cars in the background. And then if this were to float down, you'd see a bunch of casinos in the background. Vega does have his mask and his claw drop, yes. Those are in his cards. This one was really, really difficult. It's probably one of the only things that I would maybe change. Obviously, that car level we need to. I wish we can, and the elephants. But you know, the way the elephants come together. I'll show you the way the elephants come together, and I think we could have done one extra thing to make it a little bit better, but it still works. So here you have the Dulcine level. So you've got some vases, and you've got the elephants there that you can hit into and stuff. Testing, testing, testing. Sorry about that. We ran out of batteries there. Thank y'all for that. What I was saying there, I made a joke. It's a good joke. Okay, so when you run into the elephants, they can get hit and, you know, it does some damage, right? So destructible terrain. But no animals were harmed while making my board game. So this is more annoyable terrain. So just pretend that when you slam into an elephant, then the elephant gets annoyed, maybe, you know, just walks away, or hits you with its trunks and walks away. So no elephants were harmed. There's my dumb joke. Dad joke. Okay, and then you got, I'm not a dad though. Okay, so fence walls, there's how you do the fence walls. There's the plastic here so that it'll stand and look nice and look like it's just standing on its own. You also use the clear translucent plastic for the casino things. And then there are the palm trees. And then here is the elephant. So my original design, I think, for the elephant that I gave, I think it was to, I forget, Gunship, was a triangle design. So you know how when you fold a piece of paper, it forms a little bit of a triangle, and it kind of gives a little bit of body to it, like that. And then I was going to fit the head on, and then fit the legs on, so it had a little bit of girth to it. But instead it looks like they didn't really understand what I was talking about, and they just went with a flat piece. So if there's one thing in the game that it's like, wait a minute, this is not how I intended it or wanted it, but it still works. It still works pretty good, right? So there's some behind the scenes stuff. The elephants were intended to be a little bit of a triangle. And we got ourselves some skinny elephants. But honestly, I always plan to replace my elephants with some elephants off of Amazon. You can get them. They're like little $3, $5 elephants, and they will look much better on the board. And that's what I recommend that you do, because that's what I'm going to do. So here is the some terrain for the Vega level, the Honda level, the Balrog level. Some palm trees. I had to reduce the well, no, actually, no. It's pretty close to my original prototype. Only they did it thinner as I asked. I thought that I had to reduce the height of the palm tree because we weren't going to be able to get it to go. So here is the elephant. Y'all want to see an elephant? We can put an elephant together. Let's see. I don't know. Is this one? And then one. Right. And then the ears. So I guess you do that. And then, oh look, he's got a butt. Yeah, so this is his knees, and then you got the butt. And then you put that there. So you got, and then you put your ears. So you got the butt. So the elephant looks great from this angle. But then when you do this, oh my God, what the hell happened to my elephant? No. I wanted to try, so I need the triangle body was the original design. And maybe it was because they couldn't get it to work with, no, there's a way. There had to have been a way if we cut them, like, to put two lines there and then you could put it. I don't know. But if it's one thing, it's all right. It looks still good. Doesn't it look good? It looks fine. It looks fine. He went on a diet, guys. Our elephants went on a diet. Ah, so cool. If that's like the worst thing that happened throughout everything after so much work and getting things right, that's pretty damn good, man. Thank you so much to Jasco for working their asses off. Thank you so much to Leah International for working their asses off. Everybody there, Li Ping and John, and there's a bunch of guys that I'm gonna forget their names because I was just, and Capcom, of course, the licensing department. Awesome people. I met them at an event once. They were really, really cool guys and girls, and just wow. We made, quite simply, the best Street Fighter board game that we possibly could together. I got you. Almost done here. We've got the actual pool that you can assemble for E Honda so that he can take a bath whenever he wants. And then here is the board for this and the board for this. So let's check out these boards. Wow. So proud of it. All right, good. And then we got little elephant action. So just put your elephants on like this, little staggered. Do a little perspective trickery. It still looks good, man. It still looks good. I'm gonna knock you, Bison, into the elephant. Doesn't look it's a pukin. And then the elephant's like knocks over Bison and then takes off with that egg, that booty. And he takes off. Okay? And soon you will be able to do that soon. Oh, Jason, I think, is in chat. Opening a Jesco Games German branch. So, I think that's Jason. And you already know that David's been in here. David's sort of like the project manager. Here is the Las Vegas board. Okay. And then you have your little casino billboards. And then you have your palm trees on this side coming up. And then here is the Vega. I'm very excited to play on the Vega because you got these big cages. Big tall cages here. And then you've got the chairs right here that your tables can go. And there's food on the tables. That's it. That's it. Wow. Street Fighter. Gosh, damn. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Whoa, 8 o'clock. Wow, this went longer than I thought. All right, so I got to get back to work. So what we'll do is in the future, we'll do some games. We'll do our first playthroughs, but I think, how long did this go? What? 3 hours, almost 4 hours. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I guess I overindulged. I went crazy. I don't know whether I should put this up on my main channel. I think I should. And I don't know who would watch it. I don't care if it gets 2 views. Those of you out there who backed it need to see it in its entirety. So we'll put it up on the channel in case you weren't here for it live. It'll be up on my YouTube channel. We'll put it up on the Kickstarter. It'll be here on Twitch, but you know Twitch deletes things after a while, so that's what I'm saying. So, guys, so happy. The only thing about any of this that you didn't see was the purple dice. I think I have that downstairs or maybe at my girl's house, but it's looking good. It looks amazing. I love it. And thank y'all guys so much for supporting this. I mean, y'all making that Kickstarter successful was the whole reason that I was able to, you know, go back and forth and just keep these miniatures at the highest quality, not compromise on any of the quality. I wanted to make the best game possible for you guys. I was constantly thinking about the Street Fighter fans, the Street Fighter creators, and just do the best that I can. Make something that they would be proud of. One day I would love it if you know, Capcom Japan could try it out themselves. I'm sure they have, but like on camera or something we can play together. Capcom USA, I don't know. Maybe we can get some fighting game fans, some professional fighters. If you guys know any professional fighters, let them know. We could play. That'd be freaking awesome. They go to tournaments and stuff. But I cannot wait for you guys to get this in your hands. Australia and New Zealand is going to get it first since they're closest to the boat right now as the boat goes across the ocean. They'll probably get theirs in January, sometime in this month. And then the rest of us, you know, as the boat goes up to the U.S. and Europe, we'll probably get ours after it gets at the port. Wasn't it, Jason, what is it? January 30th or something it lands at the port. The ship lands in Florida or something. It was either the 30th or the 31st of January. And then it goes from there to a sorter, and then we got to go to the different distributors who will distribute it and locally ship it to wherever you're at in your location. So it's a little time, I know, February, but you'll have it soon, and I can't wait till you'll have it. I can't wait till people play it and check it out for themselves. So thank you guys so much for watching this extra super long overindulgent stream, but god damn it, I've been working on this for years, and it truly came out the way that I wanted. And honestly, with how I'm smiling, I can't believe we did it. And we did it right. We didn't compromise. We said, you know, I'm not going to release this thing. You know, there were several times where we could have just pushed it out the door, and I said, absolutely not. And it was a better game for it. So if you missed out on the Kickstarter, definitely definitely grab your copy now. We have some copies, and you're going to want to get it right now because this is going to be hard to find. These things are amazing. Once people get these things in their hands and word of mouth spreads and the game system itself, get it. So there's going to be a link. You can go to Jasco's website. Angry Mexican is putting up the links to you. Jasco's probably got some links. Jason and David in chat. And I'll put some links on the YouTube video. We have a little bit of stock left, okay? That stock, you know, we'll have, and then it's gone. And when that stock's gone, that's when we're going to have to do, you know, Street Fighter Round 2 Kickstarter. So tell me, what fighters came out, you know, in Street Fighter that you didn't see here that you want, you desperately want, and we can do some of those fighters. We can do new bosses. So... and other fighting game franchises too. So let us know. Thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of this dream of mine. And I'm now a board game designer and now put out a product. It's crazy. I'll have to display them in the background in some of my videos. And I hope you guys enjoy once you get it. All right. Tell me what you think when you get it. All right. Bye guys. See you all next time. Bye everybody. Thank y'all so much for dropping by and watching. Bye.